Okay.
All right.
Stop stalling. Let's go.
What do you have?
I have Griff, Dr. Hippocampus,
Yep.
and Victus.
Oh shit, boys!
Okay.
We're about to have gay butt sex.
Actually, that's the goal.
I'm prepared.
Any hole. Here's a goal. Don't worry, I got the prescriptions.
Haven't you heard the human centipede? Well, that's you guys' goal? No.
Oh boy.
Okay, so...
Start the recording.
We're there. We're there.
Me and Taz have already started.
So, while you guys are in town, when...
What town?
The town that these two went out.
You mean...
Vermanshire?
No, it's Verbenschmeyer.
Yes, in Verbenschmeyer, when Volley and Atlas go out to their own thing. While you guys are walking around town, going to buy whatever the hell you're going to buy, you end up hearing about from these you hear across. Oh, okay, you know what? Let's go with this. What would you guys be doing in the town?
Well, I already established I'm getting dinner with Taza.
You getting dinner with Taza?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Okay. So let's say the next day.
Okay.
All right.
Just move along.
Yeah, don't give him an option. That was a mistake.
I am winging all of this. So the next day, you guys wake up.
I have a fresh egg.
You have a fresh egg.
You know,
Give me a couple of sausages.
You know what? How about this?
this egg looks like it's been really stressful.
You know what?
Don't worry about it.
It's like
While
brown.
while you two are in the town,
The white
the
chicken.
day before, you guys hear about this
No, the yolk is
lake
brown.
not too far away, where there is a giant fish that everybody's been trying to catch but has unable to catch,
Are there watery tots there?
and some people have died in doing so.
Jesus Christ.
Priest.
Like that kind of fish.
Gyarados.
Big fish.
It is a big fish.
It's a shiny red Gyarados.
Shiny red Gyarados.
Anyway, so you guys hear that at the...
I take out my collapsible fishing rod.
You know how I hunt.
So let's say you guys hear this...
String on your willy.
So say you guys hear this at the end of the day. Like, you guys are leaving the town to go back to the caravan, because I'm assuming the caravan's
Is there like a bounty for it? Like there's a
Yeah,
bounty
yeah.
that's like, catch this fish, get
Catch
100
this
gold.
fucking fish. It's killing people.
Yeah, let's call that
A bounty.
150 gold.
Sure. I'll catch this fish for 150 gold.
That's... Yeah.
Dead or alive.
I currently have 8... Oh. When did I get that? Okay. Apparently I have over 8,000 gold.
We all have a lot of gold.
Like this just opens up as a coin purse.
Shit.
Bulging.
I thought I had 9 gold pieces, but, you know... I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Or you're just writing down random numbers.
Doctor, you
want to
get this fish?
Ah.
150 gold, I'll split it with you.
I feel like I'm a pretty good shot with this greatsword.
Yeah, right. That's all. That's like what?
I don't know
100
if
gold for me, 50 for you?
You guys... Hold up. Because I don't know if you know this, but I used to catch fish out in the Champagne River. Real fucked up fish. Like, real fucked up
Did you
fish.
go into the campaign
I
river?
didn't go into the Champagne. I hunted them.
Sense lie.
You hunted them?
Yeah, I'd fish.
You were fishing.
I was fishing, but you also need to protect yourself because those fish are real fucked up. What I'm
Were
saying
you
is...
supposed to be guarding stuff while you were doing this?
No.
Because
This was
you were
food.
like a guard in the...
I was... Wait, what?
Or was that just a ruse?
Yeah, I've never been a guard.
That you look
I mean,
like a
I've
guard.
faked being a
What was
guard.
Kobe?
And do you look at him?
You fake
doesn't
being
look
a
like a
Oh, do we look the same?
Exactly the same.
I'm like the skinny kid. I want to point out that I have -1 strength, and Colby's like a big buff.
Who?
Oh.
Again.
Also, I believe there was a Kobe earlier, so I'm going to do this
that's
again.
fine.
Alright.
Fucking Dr. Hippocampus is fucking... How tall are you? 6'1"? 6'4"?
6 foot.
6'4".
6 foot.
I see a 4 there.
That's FT.
Alright. I'm 5'9".
Would you like me to put in metric?
He's 1 inch taller than you.
You need to be 5'12" to be...
5'9", 6 foot, 2 inches. 3. Oh no! I'm gonna sit back down.
Whistler hasn't learned his math very well.
Whistler, go back to temple.
So yeah, you want to catch this fucking fish?
Yeah, let's do it.
So roll me a knowledge geography.
don't know that I can do that.
Or
think
something.
Uh,
Because you heard about where this place is.
Local.
I can do knowledge local.
Not knowledge local, but you don't know. Yeah, you heard about where it is, but
Where are we in town?
so I'm assuming. What? So you guys were talking. So I'm guessing right now you're at the caravan. Like, let's say it's dusk time.
Okay, where's the caravan? To the town.
It's right outside the town on the southern side.
Okay.
25.
25. Okay, so you know that this lake is actually a pretty large lake, and it is approximately an hour and a half ride from the northeastern side of the town. So it would take you guys roughly 2 hours to get there.
You mean there and back?
No, because we're like a half an hour from town. I'm assuming.
Yeah, half an hour from town. Walking distance, I should say. So it would probably take you guys.
No, let's take a horse.
Yeah, so if you take guys ride, it'd probably take you 45 minutes. To get there.
Doctor, I do a flip and land. 20. That's a 37 to jump onto the back of your horse.
I attempt. No, never mind.
Well,
Are you going to jump onto the horse?
No, I was gonna push you off.
Hey, let's go fishing. I pull out my knife.
I take a horse. Just someone's horse.
Atlas.
Alice, where'd you get that book?
Oh.
You're
What?
You're right.
What? I found it in the woods.
Don't worry about it.
With the chicken?
No.
Okay.
Different part of the woods.
So I just take a horse.
Take a horse.
One of the horses.
The horse.
And we go.
D-horse.
What time is it?
So I was gonna. Let's say what you guys were probably discussing this the next day after you guys heard about this. So let's
It's
say
like daytime, probably.
yeah, it's sometime in the morning.
He's cooking eggs.
Yeah, people at
so
the
sometime in the morning.
egg. People.
If we go quick, it'll still be good time to fish.
Yeah, I was being
Yeah.
told.
Are fish neutral?
Sure.
Yeah,
They're
They
fish.
have no
They're
emotions.
true neutral.
They
I mean, maybe
no
I've heard.
emotions.
So I was in the restaurant, me and Taza, getting some good food.
We're in like the shittiest town in the world.
Look, man, this town is okay.
Is it?
It's fine. It's fine.
What's the construction of this town?
I've been in some pretty shitty towns before.
So this town is.
Is it like mud? Or is it like
Yeah, if you.
It does
Clay.
need to have signs up on the road to get people to turn off to it.
do most people have shit on them?
you ain't got shit on
You ain't got any shit on you.
Must be a king.
So coming into this town, you saw those signs for advertising, but it kind of feels like as though someone just put that up as a prank because
Above
it's
or below
pretty
the poverty line.
a little bit above the poverty line.
It's a good town.
That's not bad.
Yeah, a little
Look,
bit.
man, I've been in those soaks before. This is a good time.
You were born in the soak.
I know. Why do you think I have such low standards?
Well, this
on
is a
towns?
shitty town for me.
I arrested a lot of people in the soaks.
You're at the point
I
that
know.
you wonder if someone actually has 150 gold to pay
For
you.
what?
What
What did you arrest people
Yeah,
for?
what were you arresting people for?
Aren't you a therapist? Aren't you a doctor? Aren't you a student?
Wait, you did identify that he used to be a town guard.
What were you arresting people for?
General stealing, thievery,
Public
killing.
drunkenness, mostly.
Being poor.
It
Drunkenness.
is illegal except for one day.
I arrest people like him for stealing.
He probably arrested you.
You could try.
You know what? You look familiar. Where were you on the night of the 14th?
Killing my parents? What? Let's go get some.
Let's
fucking
get some fish,
Let's
man.
get some fish. You want to get a spear at the store or something? I could just make one on the way.
Fish are neutral.
We're gonna. What do you mean? Yeah, of course. We're gonna kill the fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill all the fish in the pond.
Hold on.
It's a lake and it's a pretty big lake.
I'm gonna kill all the fish in the pond.
So
I can cast Holy Smite
Are you-
6 times a day.
technically,
It's got a 20-foot radius.
Look, man,
Well, the math works
we don't
itself
want to
out.
kill the local populace.
Fuck them.
Let's find the fish. We'll find the
Your
fish.
restaurant will have a fantastic supply.
Yeah, and then they'll be out of fish forever.
I'll keep like a section alive.
No, you need to. We'll kill a single fish. All right.
We'll get the monster.
We'll find the fish, and then you can nuke it. All
He
right.
can just mind blade it with his sword.
I can spear it.
Well, you guys can compete on that.
Compete. He can just do it. I can't mind blade.
Okay. Whatever.
I can mage hand.
Let's find the fish, and
You
then we'll
could
get.
teleport behind the fish with your sword.
Yeah. Look, man. If you
Or I
want
can
to
Holy Smite.
if you want to teleport me behind the fish,
Why?
so I can stab it. It's fish back.
Well, here, how about
You'd be in the water and you'd have disadvantage.
I'd have to swim.
How about this? We have to ride through the town.
Okay.
Do we?
We can stop quick, grab fishing rods.
We have to go through the
for you
town?
and I.
Right.
Well, there's other
Yeah.
northeast, so we have to go through. So we just grab a fishing rod on the way.
Why do we want a fishing rod?
You don't have to get one.
Just mind bleed
I'm
it.
gonna catch a fish.
Fine, I'll buy a fucking fishing rod.
You don't need to. If you don't want to,
You
get
got
one,
your Wabbajack.
My what? It's a knife.
Your-
It can't get much bigger than the
Wabbajack.
knife. I'm gonna use this as the hook.
Blackjack.
What's your knife?
I'm gonna
think of
jump
that?
into the water and start fucking beating fish
That's
with
how
a
you get
sock.
fish.
Why not?
You mean my sack?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Sap?
Yeah.
You don't sap fish.
Yes, you do. You pull them to shore and you beat the shit out of them.
That's not. That's like after you've gotten them.
Right.
What does
That's
your
what-
knife think of being turned into a fish hook?
How do you feel about
I'm
stabbing
pretty sure
fish
it
through the
can't.
mouth?
Little thumbs up.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
He's kind of down with that stuff.
I
I'm worried.
Turns into a little guy that minds stabbing.
didn't think it would be.
I imagine we'd be riding to town as we have this conversation.
Okay, so you guys get to town.
Oh, that's me.
So you guys get to town, and I'm assuming you go to a store then.
Yep.
Okay.
Go fishing.
I'm assuming there's a fishing store.
roll me perception check.
Right down the road.
Right down the road.
Nice.
26.
26?
14.
14. So what you hear is you hear some two old guys just looking at the poster saying for the saying 150 gold, and you're hearing them. It's like 150 gold. You even have that much money? The guy says, "I don't think so." He says, "It might just be a scam." It might.
I look at Victus and I look at his 8,000 gold.
Yeah, we don't tell people.
Giant bulging sack. We got there.
Okay, so you guys walk into the store.
Yep.
I heard the IBP had a bailout this year.
You
Too big to fail my ass.
You have a guy in there, and the shopkeeper's like, what you guys coming here for today?
Fishing rods.
We're getting
Fishing
fishing
rods.
rods. Can I get a? Christ.
No, I'm sorry, we don't sell Christ here.
I hope not. Real son of a bitch, that guy.
Just want a fishing pole.
I'm gonna get. Can I get a fly rod and a normal rod?
Fly
gold
rod?
rod.
What are you fishing for?
Fish.
Fish? Oh, yeah, sure. We got these small hooks over here. If you want a little fly rod, we got a nice little one, roughly 3 feet high. Does that work for you?
Yep.
3 feet.
Okay.
Tiny fly rod.
It's a really small fly rod.
It's a small fly rod.
Can I get a larger fly rod?
Like, how large are you talking?
Like 7 feet?
Okay, that's kind of a bigger fish, but okay.
Do you have collapsible rod,
Yeah, I don't
fly
need a
rods?
collapsible.
Well, for a little extra price, yes, we do.
All right, how much are you charging?
Uh,
I'll give you a gold piece.
Somebody who knows the economy of this game, help Chris out.
yes, someone who knows the economy.
I got a gold piece.
Okay. 2 gold pieces.
Wow.
For one,
That,
gonna
we're in
do-
high demand.
I'm going to do an appraise check on this fly rod. That's a 24.
It's a 1 gold piece.
It's about a 1 gold. Look, man, I know it's a gold piece. I'm willing to catch you a deal.
Freaking
You
8,000
give me-
gold.
The fly rod and the normal rod. I'll give you 3 gold pieces.
Deal.
All right.
And he throws in some extra. Here's some extra hooks. Little small hooks.
I don't
for
need
the
any
small
hooks. I need bait.
Okay.
We can just take the chicken eggs, right? You know,
We only have 1 egg.
bologna.
It's 1
You
chicken.
can do whatever.
I thought Atlas ate the egg.
You just dig up some worms.
Well, we have different bait for different things. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Just give me all.
Do you know what type of fish we could pick out the specific bait we need?
Look, I'm going for a specific. I'm not going for.
I mean, we all know when we get there, we're just gonna magic blow the fuck out of this thing.
I know. I'm going to do some normal fishing while you guys.
I will as well,
ordering
but-
this thing. Just give me like a shit ton of regular bait.
Okay. Here's some worms.
Thank you.
Here's some ham.
Cost to that?
And here's some dirt.
Can I get some
Dirt.
dirt?
Dirt's gonna be a couple extra silver, but it will work.
With the dirt, you can keep the dirt. I'll take some. You guys have like I don't know, grubs,
Yes, that's what the worms.
fish.
There's actual grubs.
If you want grubs,
They're in the dirt.
I'm gonna look at the dirt for
I walk over and I just start grabbing the kinds of bait that I want and put it in like a little pouch.
Like put it on a scale.
It's a pound of bait. Here's your gold piece. You couldn't even eat this like a normal person. So, like, a gold piece is more than enough.
Fine.
I'll
If you want
better.
to go that way, I hope you find what you're looking for.
It's really hostile face. However.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Fishermen are just that way.
Getting more money than he's ever had in his life.
Fishermen are
You
dicks.
piece of shit giving me all the money I'll ever need.
I'll take a normal fishing rod, collapsible, and bait and hooks.
Sure, normal fishing rod, and then that'll be for the bait and hooks. That'll be 2 gold.
What?
He's like out the door.
Actually, give me a reinforced one.
Reinforced one. Okay, what are you fishing for, anyways?
A big fish.
Big fish? What kind of fish?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right.
Just big.
I hope it's not that one with the flyer out there for 150 gold, because you guys got getting all the wrong stuff.
Why
I
is
put
that?
my head in.
Don't worry about it.
Have I ever told you what happened to me? 250 men on a ship.
Up the butt.
Right up the butt. Since I've been stormed down.
Sir, I don't
got
need to know
some-
your sexual...
Victus, he doesn't want to hear your sodomy jokes. Sir,
Yeah, but I was making a Jaws reference.
we need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Can we get a boat? We
Yeah,
need
we
a
need
boat.
a boat.
Boat would be good. It's a
I can
pretty big
levitate.
lake. I can...
Yeah, but I can't levitate while you're levitating.
Well,
I can levitate you.
Oh.
I can get you this small boat.
Or we can just get a boat.
It is for 10
No,
gold.
wait, we have to carry the boat an hour. I'm not taking a boat here.
We're gonna drag it behind the horse.
Fuck no. I'm sure there'll be a boat at the lake.
Boat already at the lake.
You can rent one down there.
Sir,
Okay.
I would like a collapsible fishing rod and the bait, and I will give you the 150 gold pieces from the fish if you give it to me for free right now.
I don't know if I can do that.
I'll give you the 150.
If
We're
you
gonna
guys-
catch it.
Not only if you guys catch the fish, but
We'll definitely catch it.
heard some rumors. I don't even know if they're gonna have the 150 to pay you.
Then I'll give you 150 from my bait.
I don't even know who you are.
Good for it.
Don't show that. How much money is in there?
His eyes glow.
It's like, well,
It's all
I
fool's
mean-
gold.
how about you just give me a little down payment to make sure that you guys are gonna come back. If you're gonna get some fish anyways,
You know what?
and he kind of pushes all this stuff towards you.
No.
He's like, if you're gonna go for the big fish, you need this big fishing rod over there.
No. This is a deal of faith. Either you're in or you're out. If you want 150 gold, you can get 150 gold. If you don't want anything, you can get nothing.
Fine. He gives you like this 12-foot reinforced rod.
Is it collapsible?
Sure.
Yeah, it's collapsible.
Totally.
I feel like reinforced and collapsible are mutually exclusive.
It has like
It's a really long run. Usually it's 3 seconds.
Well, I was thinking like
It's
this,
visceral.
you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it gives you that, and it's
It's masterwork. I can start beating the shit out of people.
We go with silver and have it masterworked.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, on good faith, I'll give you that. But I gotta get all 150 gold.
Sure will, sir.
Uh-huh.
Here, I'll buy the other one you got.
Okay,
At normal price.
that'll be 50 gold.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
These prices are.
Wait.
Y'all motherfuckers are getting jerked around here.
You want the 12-foot
I'm outta here.
We
reinforced
should
rod?
just leave.
I'm going to the bond.
I bought 2 fishing poles. You want the fishing pole that's normal?
I don't know if that fishing pole is going to work for this fish. It's known to pull people
We're gonna shoot it
110
with
pounds
the
off
fucking
their feet.
lightning bolt, dog.
Hey, don't tell him that.
Look at this. Hey,
I'm
look
not
at
a dog.
You see
What'd
me?
you call me?
You see me? I cast
You're a
vanish.
sea dog.
Now you can't see me, motherfucker.
It's still right in front
I
of you.
pick up some of the bait and just throw it across the room. I'm done with this shit.
I am over this conversation and this bit. Good day, sir.
I walk out of the room.
Drive me off of this
Drive me off this bit.
How much for just the
I leave.
reinforced one? It's not 50 gold.
You're actually a nice guy. How about 5 gold?
5 gold, I'll give
Your
you.
other friends are dicks.
I got a 27 on my perception.
I mean, you can call me a dick all
I
you want.
open
I
the
just
door,
switched
still
around.
invisible. You motherfucker!
I mage
Got a pretty nice.
You got the balls! The balls!
You want to see my balls? They're massive balls.
Go ahead.
I did werewolves.
What? I don't even know what that means.
I think you're confusing characters again.
Probably now.
Let's move on to the next
Let me
part
tell
of
you,
the
this
scene.
knife is real good at Fucking
Victus!
castration.
Victus.
There's so much
All right,
yelling.
I'm sorry. I
It's
got
not worth it.
Why is this episode so yelling?
We're not.
We'll go to the dancing studio soon. We'll work off our frustration. For now,
All right.
we need to go take care of this fish.
As I'm walking out, I shove over a bunch of poles and walk out.
Here's an extra gold for your trouble.
I appreciate that, good sir.
It's the only gold you're getting from us.
You did just get a free fucking fishing pole.
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
You know what? I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that. That guy was a douche. Capital bag.
So,
It's kind of mean, Griff.
Someone's been in the sun for too long. What do you mean mean? He wanted to charge you 50 gold for that
That
thing.
man
He
was
did it,
salty and
though.
we're in a freshwater location.
It's still not right to steal.
I didn't steal anything.
He did give it willingly.
He gave it to me.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Don't worry, we'll give him...
You were there.
Yeah.
I didn't steal it.
Oh, yeah.
He gave it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
Doctor-
lie about it.
We'll give him the
Lying
money.
is not stealing.
We'll give him money when we
Totally
get
different
back, alright?
No, you won't.
I'll make sure to give
Oh
him.
yeah, you can give him money if you want.
Sense lie.
I'm just being honest.
Oh, you seem very honest.
What?
Sense, where are you getting?
I was just like, what?
Is that a spell?
There's a spell called Detect.
Zone of Truth.
I
Where's the Zone of Truth guy when you need him?
do not know Stone of Truth?
I do, but I don't have it prepared.
Oh,
What type
okay.
of paladin are you?
I go to the pond,
Alright, so
Okay,
we hop
so-
on our horses.
You guys head to this pond.
drag a piece of wood to turn into a
So-
boat. We'll hollow out a canoe.
Do you know wood shape?
No.
Do you know
I'm not
stone
a
shape?
fucking wizard.
Do any of you know stone
He's a
shape?
paladin.
I don't know.
He can smite it into a fucking canoe if you want.
I don't know anything about magic. I don't even fucking cast
Word
spells.
falls apart without the magicians.
Like, let's be honest here.
I mean, I can handle myself.
You're fine.
So when you guys get to this lake, it's a massive lake. So you can barely see the other side of the shore, and it looks like as though it's going to be deep. There are boats to rent. Then they are 1 silver piece every 2 hours.
Wow, that's a deal.
For a rental?
You're gonna steal a boat, aren't you?
For every 2 hours, you paid 3 gold for your fucking fishing rod.
Yeah, that's because I got 2 fishing rods.
But these boats are pretty crappy, and you're wondering whether or not they are. Actually, roll me a perception check.
I cast mending on the boat.
Don't ruin the fun, God.
So
I spend 10 minutes
17.
before we cast off while they're preparing their gear to fix the boat and make it in perfect condition.
you fix the boat.
You rent the wrong boat.
In fact, I offer the guy to repair the rest of his ships if he lets us have his boat for the day for free.
You're gonna repair 100 ships.
Sure. I'll do the first half in the next 20
100?
minutes. Yeah, he's just got fucking
Well, this is a big place. So
That's a lot of money.
Actually, no. Yeah. So
I mean,
he has
I would
like,
imagine this dude probably has like 12.
yeah. I was thinking different stalls down there, and it's like he owns all the stalls.
These canoes, they're like kayaks.
Yeah, they're more like little rowboats. Like I'm
Like
imagining
a dire Dow.
Exactly.
Just say yes.
Yes.
Just say yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'll repair a few of them.
I gotta do a different voice.
Listen, dude, I'm taking
Don't
you
worry
like
about voices.
6 weeks of work.
Same guy.
I'm a fisherman as well. We live a hard life.
Like the Dr. Hartman voice.
So if you repair 10 of my boats,
Low
I'll
gay.
let you have using one for the day.
That
Okay.
seems fair.
That seems fair.
Is that like a 0 level spell?
Mending? I think it's an arisen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cantrip.
Cool.
So I can just be like, bam, 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 bam.
Pretty much.
I mean, it does.
Well, it takes 10 minutes a boat.
10 minutes.
But, you know. So you guys get the boats ready. You get your shit ready.
Takes us like an hour and a
It
half,
takes,
apparently.
yeah. And then I just, I sit there for a little bit like,
Alright, while you're doing that, I'm going to fish a little bit by the shore.
okay.
So I take a little bit of bait and I put it on I turn my knife into like a fishing hook and I tell him, I want you to swim, look like a fucking tiny fish.
Right, it turns into like a lure.
It's a shiner.
And if a fish comes towards you, fucking stab it.
Shiners are saltwater.
He's gonna
You
lose
do
his
fresh
thing.
Kind of.
And I start
It has the returning knife quality, I think. Because it swallowed that.
You just throw your dagger into the water.
No, I'm fly fishing with them.
I know what you're doing.
Do me a dexterity.
I don't know
check.
if that's...
Okay.
Or,
survival is fishing.
oh, survival. Okay, I was doing for more of that, but yeah, survival.
Oh boy, I'm not trained. I got a 9.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you're fishing, but you don't really catch anything, but you're not like throwing your pole out of your hand or anything like that.
This is acceptable.
Yeah.
I was just doing this to pass the time.
What are you gonna do?
I'll try a couple casts just to
From the shore?
get some of the rust off.
Okay.
throws his fishing pole into the...
It's not a critical fail.
You realize that you tied your knot wrong on your lure, and a couple throws out there, your line just comes apart. Like you failed.
Well, I'm not fly fishing. I have a regular fishing rod.
Oh, okay. Then
Well, the knot on your hook can fall off.
Yeah, he pulls back to throw it and it gets stuck on me.
Ah! Bitch! Damn it!
Don't worry, I'm a surgeon.
No,
We need to amputate!
Here, I'll get it out for you.
Heel check.
He'll check on that.
Don't worry, my heel's good. Well, actually, I'll just surgeon that. That's a 25.
You do like a whole operation trying to get this hook out of it.
Hold still,
Just
Victus.
pull it out.
Just hold still.
He stitches the wound with the hook and the fishing
would that
thread.
be a point of damage?
Non-lethal, maybe.
Yeah, and
It's fine.
yeah. We'll skip over
I've been
that.
stabbed by worse.
Boats are done. We got our boat for free.
Alright.
What happened to you?
You're so cheap.
Fishing is a lot more dangerous than people expect.
Did you hook yourself?
No, I got hooked by somebody else.
Did you hook
He
him?
caught me.
Oh, I might have hooked him. Whoops.
How can you suck so much at fishing?
He's a doctor, not
I'm
a...
a doctor. I have a 2 survival.
At least it was
He's a
unintentional.
doctor, not a bricklayer.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a fisherman.
I'm white collar, not blue collar.
Damn it, Jim.
So, do you guys get onto the fishing boat? Okay. So,
You die.
cool.
Stroke. Stroke.
Yeah, you did good work. So we have Dr.
Yeah.
Hippocampus.
Doctor, I'm tired.
You look like you've got much more. Do you think you could lift like 250 pounds over your head?
Yes.
What's
I
your
could
strength?
probably lift 50.
What's your strength?
16.
I'm only slightly less strong than him.
Really?
But I'm significantly more lazy than him.
That's acceptable. I'm just the guy who's sitting in the back.
Where do you guys go out in this pond?
I'll
Go to the middle.
I don't know the middle.
Okay, so you guys go.
We
to
didn't
the-
ask anybody how to find this thing.
No,
No,
we're just doing
not
this
at
for fun.
Does detect object work on a fish?
We can try.
As you guys row out, do me a perception check.
Hopefully it's a red fish.
Like 27.
27? Okay. So, on your way out, you find this dead fish that's roughly 3 feet long floating on the top. And it looks like as though it may have been electrocuted. And it's kind of twitching.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
I've got an idea. I pull out my X-ray specs.
That's a good card.
I put them on.
Don't go blind.
And then I poke my head over to try to take a look down into the water, see what I can see.
How far can that go down? What's the range of that?
Well, the X-ray specs have the ability to go through 1 foot of
Just a
stone,
hella noise.
3 feet of wood, range 20 feet.
So, you can see 20 feet down. And you...
Clearly, and then from there it's just normal water.
Well, I mean, is the water clear anyway?
Yeah.
It's
fresh water.
It's fresh water, yeah, but it's not very clear. It has
I said,
particles.
yeah, not. 'cause
How much
fresh water.
I can look
phosphorus
through
and
the bottom of
nitrogen
the
has
boat.
entered the system?
Can look at the bottom of the boat.
Sure,
Use
yeah,
the
'cause-
glass pane.
No, because I've got X-ray specs.
Oh,
on.
okay.
So,
Just blow a hole in the bottom of the boat.
so you
Hold on.
I can fix that.
So you see some other fish there, but nothing that really, there's fish on top is the biggest one you've seen. So
Take it off. I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
bigger boat.
Should we set up our lines?
Yeah, let's cast.
No, not. Well, yeah, cast and then set them up.
Yeah, right. So we set them up.
So do me a survival check.
5.
8.
5.
5. So
We're not good at fishing.
you two don't get anything. So Dr. Hippocampus and Griff don't get anything. Victus does get a few bites. And
Stab him! Stab him.
Oh, okay.
The fish. I'm telling my guy to stab the fish.
Okay, he stabs a little fish.
All right, I pull as hard as I can to pull it out.
You pull out a fish roughly this big.
Jesus.
Shit.
And you said the other one that was on the surface was bigger than that?
3 feet long.
This is less than 3 feet.
Yes. It's just a regular fish.
The biggest one that you've seen, the one that was twitching on the surface, was 3 feet long.
Yep.
This.
Meat's back on the dinner table, boys.
Meat's back on the menu.
Fish. Nice, sweet.
All right, I pull out my. I pull my knife.
Carve it up.
And oh wait, I don't know how to carve a fish.
Carve it up.
Do you know how to carve a fish?
He's a surgeon.
It's not exactly the same thing.
It's close enough.
All right, here's a
That's how
knife.
you would calculate it.
Okay, or you can just take the
I
that
have a
number.
dagger.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just take that number then. All right.
I clean the fish like a surgeon.
So
Sure.
sure. Okay.
It's the cleanest cuts.
He's got a steady hand.
So you guys haven't actually found out a way to see this thing yet.
We could try setting up a trap.
Who is using their 12-foot reinforced pole?
That's the only one I have.
That's the only one you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one too, but I
He spends about an hour on collapsing it.
All right. I guess
About how many rations of fish can we probably get out of this fish?
the one that you guys caught, I don't know, probably 2 rations.
That's pretty good.
We
Two
could
meals.
cut the fish up.
and use it as bait.
Yeah.
We could use a little bit of. I mean, I've got bait.
But
What?
fish. Clearly, this fish likes the other fish.
Did it? All right. Does the dead fish we found on the surface have bite marks in it?
1 bite mark, which pretty much took off half of it. Half of its.
Like stomach.
Yeah.
Face.
A good amount.
Face. I mean, we've got this fish.
It looked more like a defensive.
So
mark.
cut some of the fish for dinner, and then the rest we'll throw back as chum.
All right. We'll try a little bit.
Chum the waters.
Right. It's not cheating.
I'm trying to think of anything we might have in our repertoire that might help us on this fish.
Holy smite.
Let's make sure we have those eye patches on.
That's a
Yep,
good
still
point.
got mine
I've
on.
got mine eye patch.
I just love that in ours we had everything we needed to do the job, and now these 3 don't have anything.
Well, they didn't ask around town.
Oh wait, could you give me the rest of the fish, the part you haven't used?
Here's the head.
All right, I put the head into. I open up my jar of gelatinous cube, and insert the skeleton and head of the fish into that. Jar back up. We're not gonna fucking. We're not gonna hurt this pond. Hurt the pond. Pollute.
It's just
That's
fish.
normal. Fish die.
Fish die all the time.
That's part of the ecosystem, man.
You stupid?
No, I just want to feed my
Just a
gelatinous
city
cube.
boy.
Clearly, you have not spent time in the. Rural.
Where else would you have to go? It's a cool city.
Fish die. Fish decompose. Fish are born again. Circle of life.
Wait, fish are born
Chum
again.
the water.
Circle of life. Chum the water.
Let's. All right.
We chum the water.
Okay, so you chum the water.
What happens?
Keep looking.
Roll. Yeah. Do you guys put your rods back in?
That was a perception check.
I'm gonna keep.
Is that terrible?
3.
3,
Hey.
2. And what do you have for?
12 to put my rod back in.
Okay, yeah. Let's say you put your rod in, and
Can you?
do you drop your bait all the way down to the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try a sinker.
You realize that the bottom is 150 feet down.
Wow. That's a lot of line.
Shit on the line.
Oh! This is deep sea fishing.
So
In a pond.
So it's a pretty big pond, but when you hit the bottom, your rod tingles a little bit.
Whoa.
It is metal,
Need some help with that tingling rod?
and the line that you realize you're using is has metal fragments in it for reinforcement.
Mm-hmm.
So it just tingles a little bit. Feels like
I reel it up a little bit so it's not on the bottom.
okay. You reel it up some.
Do you relay that?
What? I hit the bomb?
Where?
It's 150
And it
feet.
tingles.
Now, do you mean it tingles because it hits the bomb?
Because of
and it
electricity.
goes up? Oh, that's what kind of tingle you're saying. Ooh.
Are they saying the bottom is electrified?
Yes.
The bottom is electrified?
So do you relay that bit of information?
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
So you're like, it tingles a little, like...
Ooh.
Like a blue dragon down there.
That kind of tinkle. I'm expecting he dropped the rod and it starts going ding ding ding.
No, it's not like hitting a baseball hard and it's like... It's like stuffing a fork in an outlet.
Yeah. That's a bit much.
I'll tell you right now, I did not prepare protection from or resistance from energy.
I have indoor elements. You need that.
don't think that
Electricity, I don't know if it's an element.
Maybe we
No,
should.
it wouldn't help
I can
against
also
that.
just fuck off.
Maybe we should paddle back so I can prepare that to the
We're dealing with a
Dragon.
an electric eel.
Dragon! Dragon!
Underwater
Jesus.
dragon.
You lose yourself at sea.
I'm gonna try.
You can
I'm gonna
see
try
shore.
something.
Okay.
So I take off all my clothes other than my
several
shift.
months on a boat previously.
And all I did was gamble.
I take off all my clothes other than
Whoa!
my shift. And I is shift. No,
Your underwear.
Ships are usually a ladies'
women.
garment.
Yeah, okay, no mind.
So he is wearing one because he touched it.
No, I'm wearing
Silk. Nice.
She buys the good shit.
Now, Victus, before you do anything crazy,
I put the knife in my.
here's some rope. Tie that to your ankle.
All right. Oh, I can do. I'm good at tying rope. That's
Oh, you are.
disable device. No, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand for what? To tie the rope?
Tie the rope to my foot. That is a 33.
Yeah, I'd say you tie the rope pretty damn good.
It's not gonna slip. Like it's not one of those.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So
That's
I put the knife in my mouth, and I put down my eye patch, and I activate it. I forget how I activate
You suddenly feel like you could swim much faster, much longer.
I dive down into the water
Okay.
and start swimming downwards.
You say
Start
the
swimming downwards.
magic key phrase of ARG.
How far down can you go? Because you can swim at what, 30?
Beautiful.
Or is it
You go down.
30 per turn?
Yeah, 30 swim speed.
Okay, so and how long can you hold your breath for?
8 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay, so you can touch the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say you get down roughly 100 feet, and you see something kind of swim by you that's 12 feet long.
I'm going to do a perception check.
Okay.
To see if I can see it.
You see
Don't you have an eye patch on?
I do have the eye patch. Well, the eye patch actually increases my ability to see underwater, I think. But that is a 31.
31. Okay, yeah. So you see it. Roll me a. How would you recognize?
Grapple it.
How would you recognize something that is nature? Yeah.
Nature.
Roll me a nature check.
I can't do a nature check.
Okay, so
Perception.
you see
Survival?
It's a
Engineering.
fucking fish, though.
It's a 12-foot
I
long.
should do dungeoneering.
It's a 12-foot long fish, and it has
So it's a fish.
googly eyes, wide mouth.
Oh my god!
Google-eyed fish with wide mouth, and
love it.
you can feel the electricity bristling off of it.
You know,
It's swimming around you, like trying to ward you off, like trying to get you away.
And
You know,
it's
Griff,
a specific type of fish. What's its characteristics?
It's a Pikachu.
Just imagine
What's that
an animation
Pokemon?
of this.
Oh,
And they just
gray skin
Photoshop
and
in
Yeah.
puffy, bloated body.
Yeah,
Sonic
what-
Bucket.
Yeah. Googly eyes.
Oh yeah,
like
so it
little
looks
scales.
like a giant catfish.
It's a catfish.
Alright, so I pull out my
They have
knife.
whiskers.
Yeah.
Honey.
Griff,
Let it go.
I'm letting it
we're
go.
using the best kind of
I'm the
bait right now.
environmentalist
And
at
then-
the table.
Man.
It seems to be trying
That's
to
why
warn
you're
me
not
off,
part of this.
right?
Yeah, but it's keeping its distance, but it's kind of like you can feel.
Do we have you on a line?
It's advanced.
Yeah. So I start yanking on the line.
Start reeling them in. Wing them
And
So you go up. It does not follow you. It just doesn't want you in its territory.
Okay.
We reel them up. Do we have to make strength checks or
How much do you weigh, anyways?
I don't
like
like
30 pounds?
128. Nope, that's my age. My age. 109.
109. No, I don't. I think that, especially him.
What do you mean, especially him? I'm just as strong as him.
Okay, yeah, especially
You're both
you two.
weak.
You guys can roll.
We pull him up with one pole.
He goes on the other side of the boat. You're fly fishing now.
You pull up Doctor. You pull up Victus.
Okay. I saw it down there.
Yes.
What?
It appears to be some sort of large, googly-eyed catfish.
Googly-eyed.
Can we smite the water now?
You're going to have to get down there. I wasn't comfortable because I'd have to throw my knife or really get in melee, and I think it is electrified. I think it's electrified. What are you scheming there?
Don't worry about it.
What are you scheming there?
How long can you... What's the formula for holding your breath? Is it just 8 minutes for
Do
everybody?
you have your fucking eye patch?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 5 minutes. Or 8 minutes. That's what it says.
Okay. So I dive down.
I join you.
I am untethered.
Wait, hold on. Come back.
Whoa!
I tie a rope to your...
I can only doggy paddle.
So does Dr. Hippocampus have both these strings?
Actually, swim is a thing. Like,
It increases your swim as well.
Yep.
okay.
Don't worry, you're in good hands.
Keep them steady, Dr.
The old man in the sea. We go down.
Yeah, we go down.
So Victus and
All the way
Griff
to the-
descend into the depths.
Okay. You come all the way down, and then again, you see about 100 feet down, you see this 12-foot creature go by you. It's probably about 20 feet away.
Can you...
No, you can't see 20 feet away. It's about 15 feet away, and you can feel electricity coming off of it. It's trying to ward you away.
I'm going to do a hand signal using bluff to try to communicate with Griff.
Oh, this might be a problem.
And then I'm gonna have him say, "Hey, can you message me? Also, you fucking see that fish?"
One.
Well, my bluff is pretty good, so that's a 15.
Just see him go like this.
I guess because you guys are pretty close to each other, he can... Well, even though it's a 1. Let's say he gets... what are you trying to say?
Do you know message? And that's a big ass fish.
Because you're able to get over ass fish and eyes. Yeah, that's the only thing he's able to understand is ash fish and eyes. This fish, since it has 2 people down here now, it gets a little closer. Now it's like 13 feet away, and you can feel more electricity coming off of
I
it.
draw my dagger. What is the rules for throwing things underwater?
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's hard.
What kind of a disadvantage do you get?
Like -10.
Okay, I'll try it. I'm gonna try throwing my knife at the fish.
Okay, let me see if I can get the AC on this
I
thing.
don't think it's in this book. I think it's in the Dungeon Master book.
Why don't we do
Okay.
that one thing that we're not prepared with the rules to do?
All right. Roll me to see if you hit it.
Ooh, that's pretty good. And we're doing a single throw.
Could
So
I make
that is
a concentration check to try to do a verbal component underwater?
You can't speak.
Just can't.
Not speak, but the water gets in your mouth.
Doesn't
That's
verbal
the dungeon
component? Doesn't verbal component actually? No, because if you are silenced, you can still move your mouth, but you can't get any words out. And if you can't get the words out, then
I'm
you
not
can't.
silence. I'm just underwater.
Yeah. So how are you supposed to speak underwater?
You can talk underwater.
It's all gurgled, right?
I think you increase the % failure chance and you use a certain amount of your breath up in doing it.
I'll go with that one.
Yeah, I think giving them spell failure is sensible.
So 30% spell failure.
So I don't know how that works.
Just roll a D100,
Which is what?
and then if you roll less than 30, you fail. The spell failure. Less than 30, you fail.
You failed.
How is it less than 30?
That's 13.
Yeah.
So
All right, I threw my knife at a 31.
okay,
Before any minuses. Okay.
before any minuses.
Yeah.
So 31. So minus what you said 10 minus 10 or
Yeah.
21. Yeah.
Cool. So that does. Would you consider this stealthily?
No, because he knows you're there.
Okay.
So is this fish engaging them?
It's about to once it gets
At this
hit.
point, I think we're about to roll initiative.
I see.
Yeah.
So that is a 6.
You should have tied a rope to the knife.
It's a returning knife.
knife. Yeah, you fool.
Focus.
Right now, it's just trying to get them away without actually encountering them.
That's a 12.
12. Okay.
How much health does this fish have?
Probably a lot. I don't think Chris knows CR.
It has CR in that.
What is the CR?
18.
It's not 18. I'm not going to tell you. Anyways, okay, so roll initiative. I got to do my initiative too. What's the initiative?
What is this, an aboleth?
It's just dex, right? Dexterity. So it's just your dexterity is your initiative.
Yeah.
15 would be
Thick, clear slime.
2. Yeah. So.
They are kind of catfishy.
All right. Griff, what's yours?
26.
26.
What?
Fucker.
Always better.
19.
Yeah.
Right,
High ass initiative. What is your bonus to initiative?
Plus 8.
11.
Plus 8? Oh, we have the same bonus.
Yeah.
He's just
I just get to roll twice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Griff, you're up.
Soon I'll get to roll 3 times. I tug on the rope for a free action. And then I guess I'll try to cast a spell again, and I same thing.
Yeah.
No, you
8.
fail.
Is it 8?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess I can't do anything else. I swim up a little bit,
Okay.
like 10 feet, 30 feet, 10
You-
feet,
10
15 feet, 15 feet.
15 feet? Okay. You go 15 feet up.
I cast Vanish on myself.
Is that verbal?
Is it just a
Spell-like
string?
ability.
But you still have the rope attached to you.
I do.
Okay.
So the rope just...
I have invisible.
Is that all you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Dr. Hippocampus in this at all? Because...
Yep, he's after the fish.
Okay.
So this fish comes running up to you. And...
Do I get an attack
got
of opportunity?
legs.
Yeah. What?
Do I get an attack of opportunity against it?
Oh, crap, I didn't think about this.
it goes
What's the
through-
distance you need for attack of opportunity?
It's just
range.
within my range.
What's your range?
My range is 5 feet.
No.
No?
Nope. Nope, because this fish is 15 feet away and goes up 15 feet to you. And it's going to electrocute you. Giant can generate pulse of electricity that deals 1d6 damage of electricity to everything in 10-foot radius.
So that's not me, because I'm 15 feet away.
No, it would be because it's not going to be right on top of him.
It's going to be near him.
It's going to be near him. It's going to be probably about 10 feet away from you, so just hit you. And 5 feet away from you.
So it won't hit me?
It will hit you.
No, both?
Yeah, it hits you both.
Okay.
So 2d6 of electricity.
Is that a will save? Or a
Everything.
save?
A successful DC 20 reflex save.
Fuck.
Okay, so DC
And
20.
it's underwater, so.
I don't think it matters.
I did it.
Yeah, you did it.
What's your reflex? Plus 3.
No, it's 13, 16, 18. So I almost had it.
15? Okay.
I dodge it completely because I have
I probably take full damage.
I've improved evasion, so I take no damage.
Okay. And then you also don't get the stunned effect.
Nice.
So you take 9 damage.
Okay.
And you're stunned for 1 round.
Okay.
But it's the doctor's turn, and you pulled on your rope before.
I'm not smart.
Thing. So?
I
Jump into the water.
Woo! So I will. Can I pull on his rope as a move action?
I think it'd just be your action, probably.
I mean, I'm guessing this is what's going on in my head. You should be able to pull him, like, a pretty far ways away.
You could probably spend your whole turn pulling.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
let's see. And what's your strength?
16.
16. So let's say you can pull 45 feet in 6 seconds. Because let's say you're in a situation you're strong. I mean, unless there's something here for pulling rope. I'm making this up as I go along.
That's fine.
45 feet.
Sure.
I'd give him a good yank.
You give him a good yank. So you were 100.
Depends.
So you were 100 foot down. So now you're 55 feet down.
Okay.
And then it's back to Griff.
What's stunned?
He's stunned.
He's stunned. Can't do anything for 1 round.
Yep.
My turn?
Yep.
I'm going to 5-foot swim. I'm getting to swim to the fish.
Okay. And the fish doesn't know you're there anymore because
I'm advantaged.
Yeah.
And I stab it in the back.
It can't feel the vibrations in the water.
I'm making this up as I go along.
I can make a
blind sense?
stealth. Do you want me to do a
Check to
stealth?
see if it has blind sense.
It does have the.
It has power attack, iron will, skill focus.
Oh my god, it's power attack.
I'm about to die.
What kind of fish is it?
It'll be at the top of the list.
It's only CR of 6.
All the way at the top of the list. Check the top of the list.
Top of the list.
Top of the list.
Two people against the CR6 underwater.
It'll be senses. It'll tell you what it's. It'll
Senses,
tell you
low light, nope. Tremor sense.
Tremor sense.
Tremor sense means you can feel stuff moving.
I can make a stealth check though.
Okay. Make yourself.
See, I knew it. I knew my fish.
That is a 27.
27. Okay, and this is
It would make a
perception.
perception. And it gets a
Oh, wow.
It probably gets a bonus for being tremor sense.
Yep, so 16 plus 16 is
Oh.
32.
Okay, so
It's probably more than that too, because it can feel the vibrations. It's not just sensing you.
So it senses you.
Alright.
And it's,
Well, you still get your attack though, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, once every 1d4 rounds.
And it can't get me with its lightning. Like, it just can't.
Oh, wow, so you guys got another. What?
Do it with that scarf. What does that scarf do?
Gives you flanking.
Oh, right.
Where's the belt?
Use the really cool magic item I gave you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, so I activate my scarf,
Okay.
which gives me mirror image. So basically, a mirror image of myself appears behind the fish, on the opposite side of the fish.
Okay.
And now the fish has 2 me on it,
Okay.
and now I start stabbing the fish.
All right. Roll me a thing.
I don't think I get it. Do I just have disadvantage on this?
What?
I'm stabbing it underwater. I'm not throwing anything.
No, if you're stabbing it under, and you have a swim speed as well, so you can just fight underwater.
Okay.
You guys got like a new
Griff!
d20s.
Oh,
He's
you're too far
stunned.
away.
Oh, he's stunned.
No, but you're too far away anyway.
Okay. So that is a 21.
That hits.
Cool. So I'm gonna do my stealth damage, which is 5d8. (26) plus 6 is 32 plus 2 is 34.
34. All right. Let me do this calculation. It's still alive.
Okay. Tough fish.
Okay.
I just killed a lot of people.
Yeah, it did say that. Okay, so the fish is wounded. It is now the fish's turn. What?
Blood in the water.
So you're no longer invisible
Nope.
because you're attacked.
But I do have a 50%. The mirror image stands there, right? How long does the mirror image last?
A minute.
A minute?
Oh, wow, that's a long time.
So I have a 50% chance that it will miss on an attack.
Except for you just attacked it, so it's just going to attack the thing that's closest.
I still have a 50% chance that it won't hit me.
Okay, sure. All right, so let's. It's
That's how
going
mirror
to.
image works, right?
It's going to
Because
bite you once I find.
in the way the mechanics work is that mirror image, not even the game knows which of those images is me and which of them is fake.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Schrodinger's mirror image.
Well, it depends, Sam. How many mirrors does he get with the scarf?
Um,
And isn't the special power of the scarf that he can flank with it?
yeah, I think it summons 2 mirrors if he's using it for mirror image,
Mhm.
and then he can also flank with it. When I pictured him using it, it was him and two fizzy guys, so 1/3 chance.
Okay.
Unless you want it to be just like the spell, which I think is 1/4 chance.
No, it's 1d4 images plus 1 per
Oh.
3 caster levels.
All right, so a standard of 2.
Sure.
So it has 1/3 chance of missing him.
Yeah. So it'd
Wow,
have to roll its attack of hitting me. And it has to roll its attack to see if it can even hit me
All right,
in the first place.
so let me roll the d20.
And if it misses by 5, it automatically hits a mirror image.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's more than 5, it doesn't hit.
So it is 28.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
No, 30% chance. I can roll that d10 if you want.
Sure.
Just roll a d6 and decide which 2 numbers on it you are.
I'm going to be 5 and 6.
All right. 5 and 6. 2.
Cool. All right, so that's 1 mirror image down.
Okay. And now it is Dr. Hippocampus's turn.
Have you pulled on your rope at all?
I don't believe that.
So are you...
Are you gonna pull me up still, or do you know what's going on? Have you seen?
I will cast Bull Strength on myself and then use the rest of my move to pull.
Okay, you pull...
My Bull Strength increases my strength to 20.
Okay, so you...
Can you not do that?
Do what?
You're shaking your head like.
No, he's fine.
Okay. All right. So you pull Griff all the way up. He pretty much just flops on the boat because he's still pretty stunned.
Oh boy!
Oh, he's flopping.
He starts clubbing you.
Jesus! There's one ugly fish.
And so you cast a spell. You used your movement action.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it's his turn.
Okay. Griff, you're no longer stunned.
So how far down are they?
100? No, 95 feet because you swam up 5 feet.
Yeah.
Griff, what's going on down there?
Oh, jeez, it's terrible down there.
Terrible. What is it?
They've been catfished.
No.
Okay, this is the percentage probably 'cause I can't see. Can I see the body of the fish down?
No, not 95 feet down.
What?
What is this?
It's during like
It's a touch attack.
ranged touch attack with 100 feet.
You gotta have line of sight for making a touch attack or making a ranged attack.
Okay. Well, it's a ray.
Well, back down you go.
Yeah, but if you can't see what you're shooting at, I guess you can take blind shots.
You know what? Roll me a
Down.
Let's say you know approximately where it
Well, I was
is.
gonna say because like I saw it as I was getting pulled up, so I'm just kind of like, it was right there.
You have, let's say you have a 1/8 chance of hitting it because you're just looking straight down. So if you roll a d8 and you get an 8, you hit it.
Fuck that.
Because it's 95 feet down, and so a little bit off is going to be completely off.
I'm not gonna do that because
But how wide is that ray?
it's just a ray, so it's
I was imagining this on something like this wide.
it's like
What's the attack modifier if it's a full concealment?
50%. That's yeah. I would give it full concealment because you still have line of effect because you're using magic and there's nothing physical blocking your way. I would just give it concealment, full concealment.
Okay.
what is that?
Total concealment, I think it's 50% mischance. So you fire the ray, you try to touch it, and then you determine if you actually touch it or not.
I roll again.
A net 1 will hit me.
Damn it. So that's 17 to touch.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it.
Okay, well now I gotta see if I hit it.
Okay.
So I gotta be at 50?
Yeah. 44, you fail.
I fail. You just see
Fuck! They're firing lasers down at me.
If you, I know what you should have done. If you rolled less than a 10, you would have hit him.
Yeah. You said if we rolled a net
I'm gonna do it again, so
Okay.
you just see
Like there's just bubbles coming up.
I'm gonna kill this fish. And
like
then
there's like a
lasers are gonna
hole in the
start
water,
hitting
like
me.
the water's all like
Yeah,
evaporated in it.
It's just like plasma
Like a
coming
sonic
down.
wave comes
You wouldn't
down.
even need to hit the fish because the shock wave would kill whatever's nearby.
There's probably a bunch of dead fish coming up. Like Hippocampus and I are now standing on. Like I get up and I'm like, fucking fish. Like a bunch of dead fish come up.
I don't think we got him.
Doctor, I think Victus is dead.
Victus.
My turn.
Yep.
I'm flanking still,
Yeah, because you have one more mirror image.
so I'm gonna stab it. And I'm gonna do a full attack action.
Okay.
I don't have 2 knives. I only came down with the 1, so just double jab.
Roll.
John's laughing at Griff.
Critical. I gotta confirm it. But that's a guarantee hit. And the other one, this is my second attack, is a 9 plus 17.
9 plus 17.
26.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay, so that one hits. Let's see if this crits.
It does. Yep. All right, so you critically hit this thing.
Yeah, so let's do the first hit, which is a critical.
Oh, I think you killed it.
It's a good sign.
Stack the fish.
So 14, 18, 26, 27, 30.
Yep. It's dead. Cool.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
All right, and then
Kill the fish.
for my free action, or because the initiative's now over, I put the knife in my mouth. No, I turn the knife into a pick. Stab it into like a hook. Hook the fish.
Like a meat hook.
Yep. Grab onto it with my whole body, and then yank on the rope.
Okay. You're going to pull this thing up? It is significantly heavier. This thing is 12 feet long, so I'm going to say... How much you weigh? You weigh 100 pounds?
I weigh 109, yeah.
I'm going to say this fish weighs...
Like 1,000 pounds.
It better weigh more than me, as Morgrim.
Yeah, it definitely will.
I would assume Doctor and Griff work together.
Yeah. So it takes you a while...
And he's paddling. I don't know what's at the end of this
Takes you a
rope.
while. I'm going to
Pulled
say
up
that
a lot of
this
ropes. It's either a man or it's a treasure.
This thing
Feels
alone
like
weighs
treasure.
150 pounds. How about that? This thing alone weighs 150 pounds.
That's a pretty heavy fish, yeah.
Yeah.
How long is this fish?
12 feet long.
That's
Actually kind of
not
light,
enough.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be like 300 pounds.
So through 300 pounds. So you're pretty much pulling up 400 pounds.
Can you do it?
I'm good for it.
Yeah, they could.
They
I
can
got
do
pull
it.
They're
strength
pulling it
and I got
in
Griff
water.
helping me.
They could probably drag that much.
Yeah.
It will pull the boat a little bit.
So you guys pull up this giant ass catfish all the way up, and you don't run out of air in the meantime.
Unless
It takes a
them
while.
4 minutes to get me up there. That combat was like 20 seconds.
Okay, let's see. How long would it take you to get up 100 feet? Nah, it takes less than 4 minutes.
Okay.
You're probably just about out of air.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you didn't get eaten.
I got the fish. Somebody
As
pick up.
this is rising up, like the water's just turning red.
Oh, man. I hope there's only one.
Technically, I guess what happened in terms of like seconds was I sent down that blast and just blood starts coming up. I'm like, Victus is dead.
Actually, why didn't you keep sending down blasts?
Because it was his turn next and he killed it.
I know, but you didn't know he killed
pulled
it.
on the rope.
Oh, he pulled on
he
the rope.
pulled on the
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Victus.
Just like as you're being dropped off, it's just more rods are coming down.
Somebody else is going to have to bring this fish up. I can't lift it.
I'm going to say it's not going to fit our dinghy. We're going to have to just lash it to the side and row back.
Oh, that's a good point.
We should do that. We should do that before my bull's strength runs out.
All right, so I pull out I hook the hook into like its spinal column,
Okay.
Jeez.
and then tie a rope around the hook, and then that way we can drag the fish through the water.
Okay.
Ugh.
Do you guys start rowing back?
Yes, I still have bull strength going, so I'm rowing fast.
So you're rowing. Oh, actually, yeah. With bull strength, you're still rowing. How long does that last for? I thought that only lasts for
8
like
minutes.
8 minutes. Okay.
It was,
Yeah.
It wasn't even a minute, but...
Yeah. So let's say you get a quarter of the way back before your bull strength runs out because you're going significantly slower.
I should be able to recast that, I think. Right?
Oh.
Or are my slots all filled up?
Oh no, it depends how many bull strengths you prepared.
Only one.
No, you got nothing.
Griff, you need to defend the fish against other fish.
Defend the fish. Not the fish.
Sure.
One fish to rule them all.
That's all I got. Alright, I'm just rowing normally.
Okay. So rowing normally. Let's say it takes
I love that you
you.
act it out every time. I'm sorry.
Let's say it takes you 30 minutes to get back.
Okay.
Oh boy. Griff, you sure you don't want to help out here?
Nope, I'm good.
Oh boy.
On the boat.
So you guys get back to
30
shore.
minutes of
You know,
rowing.
this would be a good time for that potion, right? You should take some drugs to get this fish in.
I don't know. I haven't perfected those yet.
All right.
No, but we have a bull strength potion that we collected in the orcs.
I don't think I have that.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Do we know where to take this fish?
Did any of you guys read the poster?
Why don't we just
Sure, we must have
keep
read
it?
the poster. What
could
did the
just
poster
keep it.
say?
Let's just keep.
I mean,
the
150.
fish. Like
gold is-
150 gold is not that much.
Yeah, really. We could eat this.
This is a lot of. This is 300 pounds of fish.
Minus like 5 pounds of bones, 10 pounds of bones. I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably
And
like
nuts and
I'm not
stuff.
doing
2/3 of that is probably meat. That's like a good couple steaks for like a week.
So you guys, how are you guys planning on getting this back to
You can throw it over the back of the
very
horse.
carefully.
wouldn't that no, that wouldn't kill it.
Wait, no, I got an idea. I walk up to the guy with the boat man.
Okay. Hello.
We got a big fish.
Sounds like son of a bitch.
I can see you have the big fish. You finally got the man killer.
Yeah, we're keeping it.
Whatever, as long as it's out of my lake.
People have been heavily
Your
involved. Your lake. Are you the guy with the money?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm the guy who posted this sign.
Are you?
Yeah, the guy over at the fishing tackle shop that has the money. Yeah, I think that's where you bought the rods from.
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything to help drag? We could just buy. Do you have like wood or like a cart? Do you have a cart? I'll give you a gold piece for a cart.
All right. I guess I have my only cart. Can you make sure you bring it back because I need it to have this business.
Christ, Duncan. Really laying it on hard. Yeah, we'll bring the cart back.
You look like a trusty fellow. Little wet and not wearing any clothes, but still.
Oh, that's a good point. Look, I had to go hunting with this knife.
That knife?
I licked the knife.
Oh god.
It's covered in catfish slime.
You know fish pee in that lake, right?
I mean, that's kind of all lakes.
I know, but I mean, if you want to look
You
at it,
didn't
that's
know
on
that
you.
fish died in lakes.
Stupid.
Anyways, can I have that one gold piece
Yeah,
to rent the cart because you're going to bring it back, right?
I mean, that's a lot for a cart. Yeah.
Oh, much appreciated. You can come back anytime.
All right. I clean off my knife.
Not,
Free boats
not with
for
your
you.
mouth
I
this
get
time.
changed into a good clothing,
Good clothes.
and then we throw the fish on the back of the cart and make our way back.
Get dressed in your fancy clothes from the party.
As you guys go through the town, people start clapping. the fisherman and the fisherman's shot comes out and goes, I see you have the fish.
Right.
Yeah,
Was no problem.
I killed it with my bare hands
I don't believe that.
and this knife.
That's a nice knife.
Well, I guess-
Feeling
I
that
guess-
selling it?
I guess we sort of flip the fish over
No.
and show all the stab marks in its guts.
Yeah, it's been stabbed multiple times.
Oh my god, you did kill it with a knife.
He did.
And we're not giving you this fish. Come on, boys. Let's blow this joint.
Roll me your perception check.
Someone's stealing the 300-pound fish.
31.
Okay, you hear the guy
Natural
go,
20.
thank god I didn't have that goal anyways.
We know!
Don't worry, we're doing you a favor.
So,
You get back to camp and Havoc's like, yes!
You like fish, Havoc?
No, but it's huge. I like cooking huge things.
Starts digging a hole immediately.
Alright, Havoc, I'll let you prepare the fish. I gotta go bring this cart back.
No, I think a fish this size needs to be filleted and then smoked. So he starts building like
Yeah, like a big
piles
fire.
of.
Here, Havoc, I'll give you a hand with the surgery.
I should have got more firewood.
While they prepare that, I borrow the summon horse and march the cart back.
alright, I guess you get the cart back. And he goes, oh, thank you very much. Here, you can have your gold back. I wasn't sure you actually going to bring it back or not.
Thanks.
That gold is
You're all
literally
right.
worthless to us.
Ouch.
Did you hear him? What did he say?
Oh, Sam said gold is literally worthless to us.
The guy doesn't know that. He has his little tiny thing.
I returned to camp with my stuff.
I think.
Yeah,
How long has that been?
What, in time-wise? It's like an hour.
Yeah. Alright, how many rations of fish did we get out of this fucking fish?
So if it's 12 feet long, I'm going to say you probably get, 10 rations?
10 rations.
10 rations.
No, 20.
That's it?
No,
10.
You get 3 rations, so not even a 3-foot.
So
fish.
we're getting...
Okay, no, you get more than. Yeah, you get 20.
We're
No, you
getting
can
a
calculate this
ration.
directly.
So a pound of fish. This is a 300-pound fish.
Yes, so
And
minus
we're gonna-
guts and everything else, you
how much?
probably have 150 pounds.
Sure. So 150 pounds. Are we saying a 1 pound of fish is a ration?
1 pound of
No.
fish. 1 pound of rations is a ration.
Okay. So that means we have 150 rations.
We're good to go.
All
As long
right.
as smoked fish
Everyone's
stays
gonna
good
get
for a
sick
while.
of fish.
Smoked fish stays good forever.
We got salt,
Oh,
right?
we got salt. It's rubbing salt in and smoke and all. It's gonna be great.
All right.
50 pounds are...
We run back
I'm
into
excited over non-existent fish.
we run back into town and buy all the salt.
Yeah, we get as much
We
salt
need a
as we can.
shitload
We
of
need all the
salt.
salt.
That's what Havoc will do in town.
Atlas,
is buy salt.
can you once we make this fish, can you shrink it?
Yeah.
150 pounds worth of rations is a lot to carry on hand.
One cart is now dedicated just to the fish.
What's 1/4200th of a 150 pounds?
Ooh, that's...
It's like an ounce.
One ration.
It was like drop it. Oh damn, where'd it
What
go?
is it? 400?
4200.
Yeah, that's 0.035 pounds.
That's way less than an ounce.
Yeah. It's tiny.
All right, cool. We're going to be eating good for the next year.
Actually, 120 rations for...
What? 150, yeah.
150 for, what, 10 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
15 days.
15 days. And that's only if you have it once a day.
Well, that's if a cook can feed a whole group on one ration, can't they? To stretch it? I'm not sure that the...
I think they can. I think you can stretch rations, but if you do that, it's like less substantial.
Oh, okay. We could...
We can afford to buy food in this town. We've got gold, guys.
We also
You
have
can probably
a shit
afford to
ton of
buy...
rations.
We have a
You can probably
shit ton of
buy the
rations.
town itself.
Salt fish.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna use this opportunity to make a pretty swift and painless transition to the fact that Havoc has just been saddled with an enormous fish, an entire boar, 2 pits to dig.
No, the boar pit thing was already taken care
Oh,
of.
good. You,
That was like a
you
week
finished?
before this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know the time
The
had
boar,
passed.
the boar feast has been exhausted.
All right.
Easily.
So you've been given a fish, but you have no salt. But you are very excited to prepare this fish.
Yes.
Atlas, who has been sticking around since his endeavors with Volley to go somewhere into the woods that he has not fully explained to the rest of the group, is hanging around in the campsite. And my other 2 members are Raven and Morgrim's corpse. Which I'm hoping to work in. So we're going to start,
have
if
to
it's
salt the
okay,
corpse.
with you, Volley, actually being part of this, and then when you see fit to exit, as you will. So,
I have to say something before this goes down.
Sure.
Preserve the head. We'll put it on the top of the caravan
Why?
for a trophy.
No, we're cutting the cheeks out because they're the best part. Fry those up right now.
So you guys are going to be starting near the caravan, still outside the same town that we've been kind of sticking near.
How many days has it been since we caught the fish? 1?
I'm starting
Excuse
us
me,
right off. The
right
fish
where we
has
left off.
just been dropped
Yeah,
off.
who's this we?
Okay.
I was technically the fishing line.
Yeah,
Big
I
ass
was the
fish.
giant fishing lure.
Havoc.
I need salt. Where's Volley?
We should head into town. Volley and I know a guy.
Oh, excellent.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know a guy.
Hey, Volley, we're going to the MacGuffin shop to buy salt.
Awesome, let's go.
Is there
What's this
salt at this
voice
MacGuffin shop?
Oh, he's got everything. He's got all the junk you need. And salt's great for purging ghosts. So I'm sure
Whatever
he's got
you do,
it.
don't buy his map.
Right?
Alright, so you guys head into town?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you're walking through town, you notice that a lot of the shops are putting up signs that say closing early or see you tomorrow. Signs that indicate that they're ending early. The MacGuffin shop is still open, but you can sense that people are bustling around getting ready to kind of close up shop.
Is there like a herbs and spices market stall somewhere?
So in his shop, he does have the entire wall of just healing scrolls and behind
I
it.
meant like on the street before we arrived.
Oh,
but-
before you arrived? Okay. All the stalls are closing up. It's just the main stores that had kind of lingered.
So we go into the MacGuffin shop.
Yes.
Are the beads back up?
You'll
Been a
notice.
few days.
Is half the beads up? Are up?
I was gonna say half the beads are up, and then they're like tied together in uneven lengths, and different colors are with them. It's like whatever he had the excess string to do, he
Okay,
just
the
patched
beads,
together.
the beads get caught in my barbed wire hair, and they all tear down on me.
It wasn't even me this time.
Ah, fuck.
He's got dreads now.
I was gonna say you wear them like a very proud
No.
dread.
Get them. Yeah. I just break them off onto the ground.
They shatter.
Sorry about that.
The noise is deafening.
Hey, MacGuffin.
Sorry about the
Hey,
beads.
We're back.
I see.
We're looking for salt.
I'll pay for the beads.
Thank you. My old man voice. You will notice he points to like a dusty corner where there's herbs, salt, but other spices that you could essentially use to make your own potions, like pick and choose.
It's got a major potion corner.
But
With like a little key for what makes what.
But it's even worse than that. There's like stones that he says like put on the forehead, relieves headaches, things like that. But you know, if you choose to identify them, that they're like pebbles he picked up off the side
They're
of the
all
stream.
quartz.
Nothing.
They're all the same stone.
It's all bad. Would you like some of my salt collection? It's
Oh, I'm
great
sure
for
we're going to come up with
warding
a splendid
ghosts.
potion.
off a
I
splendid
will
potion.
taste a pinch of the salt that he has offered. Is it? What?
It's
how
coarse
good is it?
grain. It's the large.
Like good, like rock salt. Yeah,
It's rock salt. Yeah. You'll now. Did we determine if the pond was fresh or salt?
fresh.
It's fresh water.
Okay, so you'll know that this is imported. It's not from this area, but you can tell that it's not like week old salt. It seems as though they get.
I mean, salt is a preservative.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But there's no like.
Salt is ancient.
It hasn't started to stick together,
Sea
which
salt
is a
or rock
sign
salt?
of salt getting moisture
Moist.
back into it. Sea salt or
Yeah,
rock salt.
rock salt. We're close to like a mountain.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
rock salt.
Right. Not as irony as I would like, but it's good. It's good. I will probably need a jar full. I take his whole thing of salt and I put it on the counter. Then I go back and look at the other herbs. What does he have?
Saffron?
Please tell me it's like 20 pounds of salt.
Oh, it's however much salt he has. I'm gonna buy all of it.
Okay, he's clearly shocked and disturbed, and you can see him doing mental calculations as to when the next salt delivery is. And you want to go back and look at what?
Yeah. What are the sort of?
So there's dried flowers and dried herbs, things that he could make in a garden in his back shop.
They're all like shitty.
It's
They're
like,
not herbs. They're just flowers. They're just like window box flowers. So I'm
but he's got like stuff like dill, but relabeled.
I'll forage stuff later. I'll just buy the salt. How much is the salt?
The salt for all 20 pounds of salt.
20 pounds of salt.
Oh gosh, I'm also not good with money.
That's my
I got
autobiography.
trade goods.
You got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Same amount,
I don't know
20
how
pounds of
that's
20
salt.
pounds of salt.
It's gonna be a few gold.
He shakily tries to pick it up and like look underneath it to see if he's
This guy
written
an old
the
man? I
price.
don't remember
Yeah,
him.
he's an old man.
Is he? Oh, okay.
Well, Joe made him sound
I
old.
didn't make it. Yeah, he wasn't my character.
I'm sorry. Whose character
He
was
was
it?
just eccentric.
Okay.
MacGuffin.
1
right?
pound of salt is 5 gold pieces.
1 pound. So
So 20 pounds.
It is 4 gold.
No.
5 times 4.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought
20.
you said
It would be
5
literally
times 20 is 100.
100 gold.
whoa, he's so excited. He's like, "You want the whole thing? You'll set me up for a year."
gold means nothing to us.
Just tie 20 pounds of salt to my belt.
He's like running the gold through his fingers, like this little pile. He's like, "Oh, it sounds beautiful."
I believe that will cover the beads.
Thank you. He's thrilled. Atlas, do you poke about the shop at all?
No, not this again.
Unless Atlas notices something that was more interesting than before. But I doubt he does.
You've noticed that he's put the map up back for sale. And now it's in like a display case. And it says, finally used.
Now, if we were to salt this fish full-sized and then shrink it and eat it, how concentrated would the flavor be?
You're too concentrated.
It'd probably explode.
If you ate the entire
Fish?
The entire 150 pounds of salted fish.
I think you would die. You'd be eating close to 20 pounds of salt.
Good.
Oh my god.
That's like a fifth of my body weight.
Are you guys
You're only meant to have like a couple of grams
I'm
of salt.
thinking about weaponizing this.
Just eat it!
Are you guys discussing this in the store, or have you decided to?
I imagine we'd walk back.
Okay, and so you're walking back to the caravan.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll notice as you leave that McGuffin, yes,
Yeah, Mitch.
Mitch has also closed up his door.
No more salt.
Like that, he's putting up a sign that says, closed till tomorrow. P.S. No more salt.
Guys still spinning.
What time is it?
Guys spinning the sign outside.
It's early evening, but you can see that it seems that everything is strangely quiet for so early in the evening, especially since most stores stay open even a little past sunset, as though they're preparing for something. There's no signs, there's no flyers, there's no decorations at all.
Seems a little strange that shops are closing so soon in this bustling, advertised town. Or maybe this is kind of podunk. I don't know.
So as you're leaving, you'll see.
Dude still spinning.
As you leave, you do see a few people still outside, like closing shutters and things. If you want to talk to them on your way out, otherwise you can just head straight back to the caravan and wait for some sort of thing that might happen later.
I don't know. I'm percepting about in case I notice some wild tasties growing somewhere that I could snatch up.
Okay.
That's a survival of 21.
Okay, so you have to leave the actual village because everything is well trodden here, or is in flower boxes. Once you leave the main path, which is very muddy and overtrodden, and you're back onto the harder, less traveled path towards the edge of the woods where you guys have stayed, you'll find things in like little patches of field, kind of alongside the path, but none of it is tended to, so it's all very wild. So you might find some buttercups.
Well, I don't think you eat buttercups.
Blue slippers. You're looking for edible herbs?
Yeah, I'm looking for flavor stuff.
He's looking for edibles.
Okay. You will find some chicken of the woods.
Cool.
You will find one morel. I'll let you find one morel.
Okay.
And wild...
lemongrass or something?
Yeah, or garlic, something like that. Wild onion.
And
for you.
Havoc is
It is
going
spring,
on
so
and on about foraging wild herbs and stuff to Atlas, who I imagine is either super interested or not interested at all at this.
Atlas is interested. Atlas has a culinary inclination.
Do you guys compare cooking notes or previous large meals that you've been in charge of?
Yeah.
I cooked an egg this morning.
Yeah, where did you get that chicken?
In the woods. Volley and I found it.
Yeah, we did.
Alright.
So
Eggs.
Chickens tend
We got eggs.
Granted, I have not been in the South particularly long, but I didn't know that chickens just wandered freely.
Well, maybe he got out of someone's coop.
He's lucky we found it.
do you believe them?
I guess I have no reason not to.
Okay.
He might have died out here if we weren't here.
That's possible.
Yeah.
I think what we've done is the honorable thing.
Yeah, we took him in when nobody else would.
That's right.
So have you left this chicken like in its cage with the caravan?
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear its clucking as you return back to the caravan.
Alright, yeah.
All right,
I think nothing of it. To me, it is just a normal chicken.
It's just got a little bit more sass than normal chickens.
Now,
What would a sassy chicken sound like, Joe?
Oh,
now, Atlas, because you have more of a refined taste than most of us, do you provide critiques to Havoc's preparation of the fish?
No, I sit back and say, give us the old rustic how do you do.
Well, if we were in civilized society, this whole thing would be covered in rust.
That's not what I meant.
Well, I rolled a 2, so that's a 12 to prepare this fish.
Okay.
Oh no.
That is about the worst survival check I've made today.
It is.
Wait, spent it all on the boar.
I'm nowhere near them.
Are you not?
No, you just dropped off the fish.
Yeah. No, you're gone.
So you're in the camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
roll again. 1.
That's an 8, an 18. It's better.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
A little
so
bit better.
you're going to take your time. You're usually much faster, but you've decided...
What's a big fish?
Yeah, you've decided that...
And you gotta go over it flake by flake.
So, well, first you have to descale it.
Yeah, I just scale it with my falchion, I guess.
Okay.
It's big enough.
And I know that you had already kind of filleted it. Maybe?
Yeah, so I go about preparing the
The whole
fish.
process. Okay.
And while I'm busying about that, what goes on with our around camp? I'm curious.
Yeah, so, Volley, you're still here with them. If you've decided if you want to break up with your sword temporarily, or just tell us what we overhear going on with that.
Or does your sword take over your body and join the conversation?
Yeah, how would you like this to proceed? I'm going to give you some freedom here.
You hear that? Well, you just hear Volley arguing.
Just you.
Yeah, just him yelling, I am not gonna take my blood again with it. It's not gonna change. And eventually he just puts the sword down next to...
He just throws the sword.
Yeah, he throws the sword near Havoc and walks away.
Okay, so we have Raven embedded...
Just threw a sword at me.
It wasn't like it was near you.
That was awfully aggressive of Volley. I was coming around on him, but now he's kind of a dick again.
We're all dicks.
I'm not a dick.
You're a dick, Raven says.
That sword can talk?
Holy shit! Jesus Christ, a talking sword.
What do you know about this, Havoc?
Why would I know anything about this?
Well, you were chatting with Volley on your hunting trip.
He knows nothing.
Jesus Christ, this is unsettling.
Can we, put that in a hole and bury it?
Where does the sound emanate from?
It emanates from the sword.
can.
Okay.
A particular part of the sword? Or just...
No, just the whole sword.
Atlas prepares expeditious excavation,
Okay.
and he digs a 5-foot hole, and we just sort of kick the sword into it.
Oh wait, do you touch it? If you touch it,
I'll just like mage hand it.
No, I would kick it in.
Okay.
when he touches it, the sword will try to take over him.
Okay.
So via it gently resting on my toe.
Anything touching you.
What kind of roll would we need?
It takes over your body,
Is it
basically,
will?
so it's a will save.
Okay, what do we have to beat? I say we. What does Havoc need to beat for having his toe graze your black stick-like raven?
You go 14.
Alright, so I just gotta roll a 10 or better. Can I do it? Yes, I
Yes,
can.
you do.
All right.
So you kick it and it says, fuck!
I think it tried to take over me.
Should we dig up a hole?
I mean, better safe than sorry.
All right, Atlas digs it deeper, 5 more feet.
Okay.
You're gonna regret this!
Bury him.
You got the shovel, don't you?
I'm in the middle of cooking a fish.
Well, I'm not gonna fill this hole in.
Well, can't you just magic the dirt back in?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Whistler! Whistler!
Well, okay.
Let me out of this hole!
I have been summoned.
What do you think you're like an angel or a demon? Oh, I have been summoned.
You got Morgrim's corpse, we're gonna bury it.
No!
No.
Actually, am I the one?
Well, then you better fill this hole in, Whistler. You wouldn't
Yeah.
want someone to fall in and get hurt.
Whistler, let me out!
Whistler's got the bag with Morgan.
Okay, so I do have the bag.
Where's
Why
the-
is Raven... And why is Raven talking and why is it in a hole?
The sword's name is Raven?
Do I know the sword's name?
You
is Raven?
knew. Some of people
What's with
knew
the
that.
sword?
I don't know, the sword's talking. We think it's demonic. We dug a hole.
I am
it
not
evil?
demonic!
I'm working
This
on this
thing's evil.
fish.
I detect evil on the sword.
It starts speaking in abyssal just for the hell of it.
Is it evil?
No.
It's evil. Okay, so it's not evil, guys. But what is it speaking?
It tried to take over my mind.
No one.
That's a
Alice, do you understand this?
Yeah, I speak it.
What's
It starts
it saying?
swearing at you. Fuck you!
I think I speak abyssal. Let me check.
I speak abyssal,
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
but I don't realize that I speak abyssal, so I'm just understanding it.
Well, I'm going to certainly say it sounds evil, but
understands
it's
it.
not.
God damn it! Let me out! I have no legs!
Yeah, I do.
Oh my goodness. This sword
I'm
has a sense of
just
humor.
gonna start kicking some dirt into the hole because I'm still like working on the fish with my hands and like kicking dirt in the hole. Cover that up.
Is this the sword that Folly can summon to itself at will?
I sure hope it is.
Well,
If he needs it, he can get it back.
It's super creepy, to say the least.
Nobody's gonna let me out!
Does it get, like, softer as we pour more dirt
More
on
and more
it?
dirt is piling up over Raven.
Alright, so I will say that Havoc has... you have particularly large feet.
Yeah, I got big feet.
Yeah.
You know what they say about people with big feet? That they're
sucks.
very good at traversing snow because they're kind of like snowshoes.
And you also are exceptionally strong. So I'm going to say you actually kick up quite a bit of dirt, and you get a nice coating of about 4 to 5 inches just all over this. So the sides.
the dirt is actually easier to kick because when you use
Much
expeditious
softer?
degradation, it picks the dirt up and then distributes it around
Evenly,
the
yeah.
Okay.
edge.
You can get a good solid foot of dirt on this just by doing like a couple kicks in its direction without even looking. It's going to cover the sword completely, so you can't see any parts of it sticking out. But there's still the distinct shape of a sword a little bit because there's the areas where the sword hasn't filled in as much.
Alright.
When you guys think it's all good?
Yeah, I think salt it. Take a handful of salt and I pour it over the sword.
Does that bother Raven in any
So
way?
when that's done, and
That'll ward off some spirits, I hope.
so what do you go back to fishing? Or
No, go back to preparing the fish.
once you start going back, you hear a voice in your head. I can use telepathy, you son of a bitch.
What's the matter, Havoc? Looks like you've seen a ghost.
I may have.
Let me out of this hole.
I then throw salt I salt myself. Begone, spirit.
I am not a spirit.
There is no place for you here.
Are you saying this aloud?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to. Can I bless you or something?
Atlas, let me out of this hole now.
Oh my god, it's speaking to me.
I throw a handful of salt right in Atlas's eyes.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, it helps.
Oh, it actually is kind of nice.
It's gonna start screaming in abyssal in your ear just to annoy you.
Oh my god.
Now you know why Volley went crazy. Through it.
Whistler's going to walk away while this happens.
Whistler, you come back!
I hear it too!
Oh god, hang on. Atlas takes out his book and
Morgan,
prepares teleport.
Morgan, is that you?
Atlas whips out his book.
Quick! I pull the egg case of Morgan out of the backpack. Morgan! Speak to us!
You hear the sloshing noise of liquid moving around, and like a bit of wet feather like pulls up against the egg case.
Do we need to salt you too? I salt Morgan.
Hang on. You're going crazy, Havoc.
I start yelling in
I'm
his
hearing
ear.
voices. You're hearing voices too.
Hold on.
Hang on,
I
I'll
start
do it.
yelling in his ear in giant.
Whose ear?
Havoc's.
I was gonna say.
Just because I don't believe he would speak that language.
No, he doesn't speak giant.
So now it's just going to be annoyingly.
It is pleasant though.
Atlas expeditiously excavates the bit of sand, the bit of dirt that was pushed back on top of the sword,
Let me out!
Touch dirt.
and he goes down and he grabs the sword.
Oh no. All right.
Okay.
So I've got to make a will save.
Yep.
What was that? 15 plus 6.
You're fine.
And then I teleport to Porto Nova.
Oh,
And I put the sword down and I say, "Begone, foul beast!"
now,
And
where do you put it?
it's in Taz's place.
It doesn't just on a table.
It's like in Duffy's. It's in Volley's room.
Oh no.
I didn't
That's
even
fine.
finish the name,
Yeah, well,
and I teleport back.
you just hear.
See how just how familiar I am.
Oh, man.
22. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. You successfully pop there and back without being altered in your course.
That ought to be far enough away.
No, the voice cannot reach them.
Yeah, no way.
Okay.
It's way too far.
It's like 800 miles.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, that was. Does nobody check these things for curses?
I could have.
We should be better at that.
Havoc. Atlas sits down next to Havoc by like the smoking coals that he's got, and he says, "So we're taking one hell of a trip now."
Havoc scooches like half a seat length away from Atlas and says, "Yeah." It's a loud chicken.
It is.
I would like to imagine that this chicken does not.
Pocket solved.
Sorry, that was for a comical bit. And tell me something, Havoc. What do you know about those crude totems that were able to suppress my powers?
Well, I imagine that they were the orcs' brutish attempt to copy the wards of the Iron Glacier, which the hobgoblins used to protect our seat of power from unfriendly spells. Although ours are huge and made of stone, and only the very core of them is adamantium, completely encased. Usually carved into the face of their victim.
Let me figure something here. We've noticed that a mischievous magus has been roaming around with your uncle. Is this right?
Yes.
This magus must have his capacity to cast spells in the presence of the upland.
That is true. Those who swear an oath of fealty to the throne may use their magic unhindered, although those that swear an oath of fealty to the throne may cast their spells unhindered, but to do such a thing would bind you to the service of the throne, which I doubt you would wish to do.
To the service of the monster that lives in you?
I would not speak so ill of Fel.
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
There's a slight sloshing as Morgrim's egg case leans and kind of fluff.
Havoc just pats it affectionately like a child or a dog.
Atlas scoots one more seat over. Now tell me, Havoc.
Don't touch me.
If we are making a trip up into your country, we must be ready. We must be prepared for the inevitability.
We're not going to my country. We're going near my country. I do not want to enter my country until I have an army at my back.
Well, I mean...
Preferably one on my side at my back.
Atlas looks around at the motley crew that we have assembled. We've got the start of an army.
That's true. And everybody here pulls their weight. Except for maybe that driver.
I want to point out, as he's saying this, Griff is refusing to lift, again, another load. His feet are propped up and he's picking his teeth with, like, a toothpick.
Like a fishbone.
Yeah.
Well, if we're not going to your country, then that is all in well. Hopefully we won't come across any more of those totems. Though, if those totems made their way into orcish hands, who knows who else has the capacity to make them?
Well, they're awfully similar to those catalysts, and they're showing up everywhere, it seems.
Yes. These catalysts are quite the problem.
Tiny little pebble.
Quite the problem indeed.
I suppose, though, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish or so of us, would be much harder to spot than an army.
Oh, most definitely. We have the advantage of being a small unit, and the advantage of not having to feed an army.
With that, the chicken is going to make a particularly loud squawk.
11.
Sassy.
Food for thought, I suppose.
Well, do you know if your people would have any reason to invade Morgrim's lands?
No. We would have no reason to invade Morgrim's lands.
The bag sloshes a bit again as it continues to tilt and lean.
Havoc will glare across this smoky cooking fire in the direction of Whistler, who's doing something around.
He hasn't traveled far,
he's
considering
like
the
using,
egg is out.
He's like using something to like pitch a tent or something. I don't know.
He does have a group tent. He's probably putting that up.
And Havoc glares at his gaze drills into the back of Whistler's head, and he goes, "We don't kill ravens."
Your folk is aligned with them?
Superstitious, more like.
I've only been this far north a few times in my travels.
You're not particularly north.
No, I mean to the Great Woods.
You're still not north in the Great Woods.
I suppose not. I've never been to the glacier. I didn't even know it had the power to suppress magic.
Well, you probably didn't make it to the Ghost Woods then.
Perhaps not.
A lot of
That's the main reason why we're not going to the glacier is the Ghost Woods.
Tell me more about these woods.
They are connected in some way to the Deep Woods, right on the cusp of the influence of the glacier. Just move it.
Do you want to see? As he's describing it, we'll post a picture for you listeners.
The Ghost Woods is a place of nightmares. It is strange and deathly and otherworldly. The trees look made of bone. The shadows slant wrong. It is a place forsaken by all gods, even your southerners. To cross the Ghost Woods, you must spend a night in the Ghost Woods. No matter how fast you travel, no matter what spells you cast, you do not reach the other side until you have spent a night in the Ghost Woods. And no matter your number, one dies there. No one has crossed the Ghost Woods alone. Almost no one has crossed the Ghost Woods alone.
Tell me something, Havoc.
Yes.
How did you cross the Ghost Woods?
Good lead-in, good lead-in.
I crossed the Ghost Woods alone.
I did.
And you didn't die?
I did not die.
How?
It'll take a lot more than a simple question to get that answer out of you.
It's all the truth.
You wouldn't want me to pry into that brain of yours, would you?
You've already been inside my head. How did I get through the Ghost Woods?
I didn't really see that part.
Found some pebble.
There are things that live in the Ghost Woods. And I spoke with them.
Sexy things?
Definitively not. The exact opposite of that.
Ah.
Like, ball-shrinkingly terrifying.
Well, it's a good thing we're not going that way.
Yes. And you do not have the reasons they spared me.
Why don't you want to share this with me, Havoc?
I suppose you do already know. And he spits, and then he spits again, and then he takes a good handful of salt and rinses his tongue with it.
The fish needs to be flipped.
He flips the fish. He's just trying to kill time. And then he looks at the ground, between his feet, and he says, I don't know why I'm flavoring this fish when all I taste is blood.
Perhaps one day you yearn to taste salted fish?
More than anything, I'd like to taste salted fish right now.
Well, I think that sooner or later we'll have the ability to coax out the demon that lurks within you. Coax it out!
One, don't call Fel a demon. That's offensive.
Well, then he'll be especially offended when I say we'll pierce through his brain, his face, with Griff's sword.
Griff's in a hammock. He's just manufactured a hammock out of nothing. It's not the demon that makes me taste blood.
You just said not to call him a demon.
That's true.
Gotcha there, bitch.
Fel does not make me taste blood.
You got like a callus on your tongue?
During the war with the dwarves, the Iron Glacier was under siege for 5 long years.
I saw a glimpse of it, at least.
Did you see the end of it?
Well, I saw what could be characterized as a climax, a motioning towards one heroic figure.
Heroic. And then he laughs, a terrible, cold laugh, entirely mirthlessly.
Not so heroic.
What did you see?
A man. A beast man. Hobgoblin. Up in the air. Or not really in the air, but more so on a pile of corpses. Kind of up on the air. It depends how you look at it. Slaying anything that came within his reach.
You want the other memory when you're on the bridge.
I think you're going into one of his emotional rooms there, not the memory in the orange room.
No one was more metaphorical.
Yeah. They're getting the word to...
I don't recall that.
No.
Pretty epic.
That sounds more like a metaphor.
Yes. Not that.
That does sound pretty heroic.
It does.
Don't think I've ever done anything like that, though.
Do you mean when you were cast away from your brother? Taken away?
I was separated from him long before then.
It was him, his dad, his uncle on like a bridge thing with the castle behind them, and he was giving the order to kill
on the parapets.
dwarves. That's what it was.
And
We're captured.
Havoc's father
to feed them.
Ordered Havoc to be the one to kill the prisoners, to feed the surviving hobgoblins.
You can ask the note.
Where you were cowering, small and purple behind the demon.
That was the first room, not that one.
I still...
Were you small and purple?
I suppose then you did not see.
No, wait. You were atop a throne, surrounded by women.
That sounds fantastic. What memory was that? I wish I could remember that.
Saber-toothed tigers.
Oh, yes, I remember now. Atop the castle walls, the parapets, in order from your father. That is the one you're speaking of. The taste of blood, the taste of dwarf, yes.
That was 1.5 years into the siege.
How long was the siege, did you say?
5 years.
That's a lot of dwarf.
Yep.
The dwarves ran out eventually.
Wait, right, I love you.
What did you eat then, Havoc?
We didn't kill ravens. That's for sure. When the stews of the prisoners ran out, we did not kill ravens. When our own criminals ran out, we did not kill ravens. When brother killed brother in the streets and ate raw corpses, we did not kill ravens. Ravens carry the souls of the dead. Ravens will carry us all. Throws another handful of salt onto the fish and walks off into the woods.
Oh man.
Atlas is behind you without having made a noise. Despite my 170... Oh, I'm sorry. I forget that sometimes I can sneak up on people. Despite my 170 years on this planet, I have not known the horrors of war. And yet I can feel something dark, brooding. War is coming.
I am bringing it.
Why would you wish to bring more war? More blood? More death? Have you not seen enough? 5 years of siege? How old are you, Havoc?
I am 27.
Wouldn't you like to live the rest of your life peacefully?
I don't know how.
The fish is burning.
Oh! Flips it over.
While you guys had walked away, Whistler had taken the time to go back and put Morgrim back in the bag. The fish is only a little tinged on the parts that were closest to the fire, but you've successfully flipped it so that it's going back to its even cooking. The sun is now setting. It's not setting in a way that the light is starting to retreat, but more of a way that everything is now got that golden tinge, and you now hear the bell tolling in the town.
Which is in the distance, but we can still hear it.
Yes, in the distance. And if you choose to look at the town, do you?
Sure. I guess we glance in that direction when we hear the bell.
Roll perception for me, just so I can see how good you can see this.
14.
Okay.
9.
19. Okay, so you see cloaked figures in a very, very orderly line, leaving the village, all carrying what looks like a candle. You're not getting a lot of light from it, but clearly something out in front of them. And they're all walking towards where the river goes up to meet the big pond where there was the fishing. I'm assuming the water goes down towards the ocean, so it's going away from the town?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. And they're all congregating along the sides of the river as dusk is settling.
Towels up, watch the fish. The fish that's like 3 times bigger than her tiny gnome body.
She puts on an apron heartily, and of course whips Whistler into shape, helping her, so that she's got an extra pair of hands.
All right, Raven, have you cooled down yet?
By the way,
Raven?
Havoc is perpetually in a state of not taking care of himself. So he's still got like all the blood and guts from the boar intestines that were wrapped around his neck. The intestine's gone, but like he's still like got that sort of like gross on.
Yeah.
He can't do anything with his hair because it's got all these barbs through it, and he can't cut it either. And he's just sort of gross and grimy and stinks a bit.
Whereas Atlas is pristine and has a very pleasant odor.
That wafts around him as the wind changes direction. Volley, do you just happen to walk through this scene calling out for Raven?
You guys seen Raven?
Yeah.
Where'd he
Not a
go?
lie.
He made a trip back to Porto Nova. He said he'd see you later. He had some things to think about.
I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know either.
Just turn and walk away.
What do you reckon's going on with the town folk there?
I don't know, but it's a very good change of conversation.
Well, I'm sorry if I made you too uncomfortable.
So the short answer is because I ate people, they let me through unscathed. So unless you eat people, you'll probably, I don't know, be randomly killed. I don't know how it works. I've been through the Ghost Woods once. Vanish in the night. Dark, shapeless forms. Ghost Woods aren't a good place. The North is ruled by death.
Sounds ugly.
Sounds like Canada.
It's nice sometimes.
homesick? Havoc and I are walking towards the crowd.
Sure. They are very quiet. You don't hear any noise coming from them until I'd say you're almost on top of them.
That's a curious phrase in this common tongue. Homesick.
Oh, it certainly is. Are you sick of home or are you sick of being away?
Oh. It was a frog.
Robin Williams frog.
I've got an empty feeling here. If that's what you mean. He gestures to his stomach.
Maybe that's because you haven't been eating properly.
It's hard to eat. It's hard to sleep.
How many years ago did you walk from the Iron Glacier?
Almost 7.
We'll get to the bottom of this. One of these days you'll taste your salted fish, and you'll enjoy it. And I'll cook it up. Maybe with some olive oil and some sage. Some garlic.
I'd like to see that. The sage cooking with sage.
Poetic. Though.
What are these
think
fucks
I'm very
doing
sagely.
with candles? Just like you're taking a candle out of somebody's hand. Like, what are you doing here? What's going on?
So you'll notice that it's a candle attached to a little boat. Now that you've surely ripped this out of this 80-year-old woman's hand, who whimpers a little but lets you take it. And you'll notice that the boat itself is prayers, good wishes, things that people want to get off their chest, written over and over again, folded up into a boat, a candle lit on it, and then they are placing them into the river. And the old woman says something to the extent of, "But it's Memorial Day." Well, Memory Day. I'm sorry, Memory Day. We are coming to peace with those that have left us, things that we have lost, things that we need to move on from. This is my candle. You can light it and pass it out if you want.
He hands it back to her.
Oh, look, Havoc. There's a candle man over there.
This reminds me of that, what do you call it? The fire festival in Porto Nova.
Yes, I suppose this
Little
is.
bobbins.
I suppose this is quite similar. Who knows when the tradition started? Before my time, that's for sure.
So you notice that it is indeed eerily similar, but these people are not making it a big fancy thing. There are no parties or balloons or festive. It's
Certainly no day drinking.
Yes, it seems to be kind of relaxing evening.
Atlas sliding the flask back into his pocket.
It seems to be kind of just a peaceful gathering where people are, saying goodbyes, getting things off their chest, and just kind of saying little prayers as they put the boats into the water.
What are these little boats made out of?
Excellent question. So you'll notice that it's kind of like a wax paper, but it's been created by the person. So it's not bought wax paper, it's paper that they've drawn on with wax after writing. So the words themselves, the ink, does not melt when it gets into the water. It stays pristine.
All right. Havoc will tear off from a tree a section of bark. A good thick section of bark.
Okay.
It'll flip it over. And
Need some ink and a pen.
he will...
Do you know how to write?
Some practice.
He will manifest a claw on one of his fingers and carve in some hobgoblin runes. Scribe out a sentence or two. And then I guess he'll buy a candle from the candle.
The old woman who you ripped her candle out of her hands will offer you one from her pocket. I always have extra for the kids. They always drop it.
Thank you.
Welcome. She seems overly sweet, as though she's one of those elderly grandparents that always has candies in her pocket. You think you can smell some sweets.
One coat of coal that really
That'll teach her a lesson.
So I'll keep on carving in some hobgoblin runes with my thumb. Then I'll stick the candle, just sort of wedge it into this bark, and spark. I'll drift that into the water. I'll watch it go for a second. I feel no different.
As your boat enters the very center of the stream where they all seem to start to kind of curve down, you notice that just when they reach like this ideal portion based on the size of the candle, each one kind of like a light of flame and kind of melts and sinks into the water. And yours, being a much sturdier boat, but made out of a much flamer material, gives a much...
I think bark is a little less flammable than paper.
It was wax paper, though. So they
wax is a fuel.
Okay.
Candles are wax.
Either way, I'm assuming it's a larger boat because...
Yeah, it's bigger.
Yeah, so you're going to cause a much brighter flume and make it out a little further than all the other boats before yours disappears into the mist.
Sounds like a metaphor.
A little bit.
So,
what did that say? Atlas can read copy.
Yeah. So it was things you wanted remembered or things you wanted forgotten?
Excellent. So it was remembering those who have gone on, things that you want to be forgiven for, things you want to let go of.
All right. So Havoc would write down on the he would have carved in runes that say Morgan. He would have carved in runes that say Rex. He would have carved in runes a rune that symbolizes mother, because he never met his mother. And then he would carve in what else would he carve in? He would carve in the name Vulcan and the name Khan, and then put that in and then set that adrift.
So bunch of names.
You've got quite the list. Atlas takes out a piece of paper in a much more elegant script in Orin, scribes out some things, and then with prestidigitation sends it floating in, and then just sort of sparks it up as it's about halfway through. That's close enough, right?
There's some murmurs from the crowd. Ooh, ah.
Fireball.
I feel better. I think that the ritual's a good thing. Glass half full, you know?
Aye. But my glass is half full of piss.
Gross.
Participating. Sorry.
Well, you can only taste blood, so it's not that bad.
Fair enough.
Interesting sense of humor. As each person puts their boat into the water and it alights, they're slowly returning back to the village. There doesn't seem to be any activities planned for the evening. Simple, like, reminiscing and spending time with family. But there's still people along the edge in their cloaks, you know, whispering to their boats and sending them out because the entire town is here. But it all seems to be very orderly and kind of relaxed.
So, Atlas.
Yes.
I know that I keep on trying to change the subject on you, but you might like this one.
Go for it.
You're 100 and what?
70. Well, sometimes I lose count. 173, I reckon. Yes.
How do you talk to girls?
Oh, I haven't been in the game for a good while, friend.
And the time that I should have been, I spent starving and eating people. So, how do you talk to girls?
Well...
And then the next 7 years or so I spent drunk with a yak.
Definitely walking around with a yak won't help your game. Have you tried... I heard this one from Silver. Have you tried getting a cloak of your foe, defeat them, and then pin it on her door? Have you tried that?
I told you that.
Oh.
I understand that as a ritual of courting and protection, but I mean like actually talking to them.
Oh. Just some bold-faced charisma, friend.
Fake it till you make it is Atlas's.
Fake it even after you make it.
Have you tried a wand of glibness? He takes out his wand. It'll let you say whatever you want. Hey, buy it. Also, it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to have a whole lot of money.
Well, I mean, I spent most of it on this sword.
As the grandmother walks by, she's going to pat you on the forearm and go, maybe take a bath. And then continue on her way.
She's got a point. You are covered with viscera.
I was joking about the cone of cold before. It's the only time I taste something other than blood. It's a nice mint. Winter fresh. Havoc does have good breath.
Let me think here, Havoc. The last lady I was intimate with.
This is going to be a blatant lie. Just waiting for it.
Must have been 50 or so odd years ago before I left Portanova. And after I left, I hadn't seen her since. Didn't even bump into her in the few months that we were wandering around. So I'm afraid I'm not much better than you. Even in school, I was just chasing around. Never really had a goal or a target. Just empty ambition.
Better question for Victus, I guess.
Yes, I suppose he's more successful than either of us.
Well,
Do you head back?
we're just two idiots standing in the dark talking to girls, so...
You're finding yourselves quickly more and more alone as the sun continues to set behind the hill. Do you both have night vision?
I do.
Okay. I'm assuming you do.
No, I don't.
Oh.
But I do
Do you
pull
have
out
a
my
light?
ever-burning lantern. Thanks.
There you go.
So now you're two fools
That was a good
standing in
little
a
thing
pool
you
of
found.
light.
Now we're two fools standing in a pool of light in the middle of the night.
You know, I heard that Zhul got laid by some werewolves. At least it sounded like werewolf activity. I got really close to contracting lycanthropy once. This close.
That's through, like, any bodily fluids, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't alive for the hobgoblin werewolf war.
The good news, though, is you can treat it in like the first 3 days, but if you don't get it to it before then, it just runs through your body like crazy.
It's been a couple days.
Well, we'll need to keep an eye on him, I guess.
We should mark this. Are werewolves the AIDS of this universe?
They're kind of like the gonorrhea of the universe.
How do you treat it after?
Somebody pass me the cream soda.
You don't.
There's only one way.
Silver knife?
Yeah, there's 2 ways, I guess.
At the end of the day, death is always an option.
Unless you're undead.
Atlas casts Prestidigitation on Havoc.
Oh no.
You could save against it, I guess, if you really wanted to.
Nah.
But he cleans you up, and he says, well, you know, I don't think that you're going to have that hard of a time if you just open up.
Well, to be fair, we've got like 2 or 3 more months of walking in the woods. Not many opportunities abound.
Not according to Zhul.
Yeah, well, what's his problem?
I think he's a racist.
Yeah, but like, I got over mine pretty quick.
Your racism?
Well, directionalism.
Oh.
Fucking Southerners.
Well, he's a foreigner.
That's true.
He's
He
not
is
from these
another
lands.
continent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those East bastards. Right, East. No, that's left and right.
I thought it was west.
I just know which direction north is. That's all I care
Oh,
about.
you're right.
Well, then can't you... Never mind.
By process of elimination. Yeah.
Smells like the fish is done. We can smell it from here.
Yeah.
Cured.
Smells good. Smells good. Do things taste the way they smell?
Some things do. And some things that smell good taste terrible. Like eau de nova.
What's that? That was just for the salt, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, motherfucker.
He'll clap you on the back. Yeah. This was good.
I'm glad.
Maybe it took me a little longer for my mind to burn out, but I'm feeling better now.
Yes. Perhaps those runes won't be left wanting.
Do you guys make your way back towards the delicious smelling fish that is now being portioned out for tonight's dinner?
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking,
Yes.
if you swore an oath of fealty to me, maybe that might counteract the wards.
He is an heir.
Or Doom, if you'd prefer.
Where is Doom?
You know, I'd like to... Is that fucking bird around? It
So-
usually shows up when I say his name.
So as soon as you said Doom's name, without fail, the raven shows
You're
up.
making me want to kill ravens, and that's not a good thing. Stop spying on me. Hang on. I wrote this up earlier. Take it and give it to Doom.
It sticks out its leg, puts it in its feet, and off it goes.
Doom.
You hear a faint, come on.
Okay. We probably have like an hour.
Fast bird.
Maybe more. I don't want to assume.
Oh,
Spirits.
yes. It's a spirit
Havoc
bird?
pulls another handful of salt and dusts himself with it.
Maybe salt will get us through the ghost woods.
Maybe.
I don't know if anyone's tried it. You know what might get the taste of blood out of your mouth? I've got some very fine whiskey.
No.
No?
7 years I tried alcohol to get the taste out of my mouth.
No?
What's the number?
170. Cigarette?
You know, I haven't tried those.
Now, do you give him a real cigarette or do you give him one of those?
Cloud
Kill,
kill.
my God.
No.
Instant death.
Havoc will attempt to drag and then fall down coughing.
Now you're getting it.
Jesus Christ! Aren't you like an air person? How do you deal with this?
The air like swirls around him and like makes shapes. You get used to it after a while, I guess. I've been meaning to quit, but I just can't.
It just like passes straight out of him.
Thanks, but I'll just suffer well.
One of these days, I'll draw my last breath, and then I won't need to smoke anymore. Oh, no, I don't mean die. My people don't need to breathe once they get old enough.
That's kind of neat.
It is, isn't it?
Makes underwater swimming a breeze.
I don't know if any hobgoblins have ever gotten old enough, in air quotes.
Atlas knows how long hobgoblins live for.
Maybe. Who knows?
Like 25.
So far, they've all died of violent causes before old age.
What's the oldest hobgoblin you know of?
It'd be a history check.
Now I'm asking you
That's
questions.
less, 20 or so.
20?
18 plus 3 is 21.
Okay. The oldest hobgoblin he knows of is not the oldest hobgoblin you know of.
Okay.
How old is the oldest hobgoblin I know?
Probably like 120.
Something that was in Portanova.
120 years is a good spout. Longer than humans?
Certainly.
Way longer than Tango.
My grandfather Slaughter made it to almost 200. We don't really celebrate birthdays, so it's just counting winters. So give or take.
It's easy to lose count.
Especially when you're not counting.
I suppose so.
All right, you find yourself slowly coming up to the caravan with the fish and everyone sitting around the campfire having the sun coming down. You've brought yourself back with the lantern, so you can turn it off once you reach the glow of the fire.
Once that happens, he hears a voice. I'm back.
How?
I teleport him back while he was gone. While they were gone.
Have you guys made up?
Yeah, but he also told me what happened, but I'm just chilling out at the fire. I don't know they're back, but he broke.
A voice is in my head again. Salt.
I know a place where you can sleep where he won't be able to talk to you.
That'd be nice.
Come on in, I'll play some music.
Sure. I would like to picture Atlas actually trying to use the rope, but then just ends up flying.
I fly. I was
gonna say, well, you went like this. I'm like, I don't think you have the strength to do that.
No, he could mime it though. Like I would be flying up and miming. It's all in the arms, Havoc. Atlas summons a fiddle and starts playing.
Is he any good? Let's see.
13 plus charisma, so
Not
15.
bad.
It's all moving.
For you, this sounds a little bit like war music because it's harsh and some of the notes don't hit.
No, it has no rhythm.
I've only been trying this for the past week or so.
Havoc will pull out his signal war horn.
Oh my god.
And accompany Havoc with long and short blasts of a fucking signal horn.
That's a small room to be doing that in.
Hang on, let me get some drums going. Oh, we'll have a real jazz crew
We have
yet.
a terrible jam session for the rest of the night.
Taza is the only one brave enough to come up to the entrance and kind of hold
Just
up.
blows her back down with the horn.
Like 2 plates.
Mostly hoping that with you eating, there will be no horn blowing.
Don't diss the horn, man.
You're blowing bits of fish in the horn. Oh god, I shouldn't have invited you up here. It's going to smell for a while now. Well, it's been nice having this talk, Havoc. I've been wondering quite a bit about you these past few months.
Why?
Well, you're an oddity, that's for sure.
Thanks.
Yes. I meet so many ordinary people. It's quite refreshing to meet someone so complicated.
With the exception of that guy we hired. I think we're all oddities.
Who?
The person who is in charge of our caravan.
The NPC who I named and then forgot.
It's like Greg, isn't it?
Jacob.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Havoc wouldn't know his name. He would have not interacted with him at all.
If you choose to, with that statement of how we're all oddities, and you look out the window, you will see Volley speaking to his sword, Grip still swinging in his hammock, with Whistler clutching the bag that holds Morgrim while trying to follow Taza doing chores.
Zhul shaving every part of his body.
Yeah, you notice that hair is springing up on you in places that it used to not.
I think
he's waxing his chest.
You just hear girly screams every once in a while.
It's like, what is going on? No one answers that? No, I'm going to just keep on shaving these parts?
Hey, only Griff understands what happened.
Now, I've only spent 140 years as an elf, but
it's not right.
Nice.
I know what happened.
That's way more hair than I've ever had.
You're probably a hair jealousy. I hadn't even thought of that. Can you now grow a beard?
Ooh.
I mean, does it count as a beard if everything else is also hair?
If you shave away everything.
Yeah, he shaves everything but his face. He has a beard.
Shaving back then must have been a bitch.
I do like the idea of the rope chick having a little circular window that views out into the campsite.
I think I'll probably talk to Griff later, but that's a different story.
Thank you.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Whatever.
We just happen to like this town.
So,
Stuff
what was the
happened
name of this town again? No, I have it.
It's vermin.
All right, well, whatever. We're leaving this town.
Verbenschmeier.
It's time to get back on the road.
Verbenschmeier.
On the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again. All right, so we all get back on the caravan, pack our stuff up, and say goodbye to the town of the name I forgot.
Verbenschmeier.
That's the name. And we continue off. And a couple of days go by. Everyone's jolly eating up the nice cooked catfish.
I'm noticing more and more hair.
That's exactly correct.
Hey, hey, Zhul.
Hey.
Now, I do know actually a bit about being an elf. Something's up. Have you talked to the doctor?
I have not talked to the doctor yet, but
You should talk to the doctor.
I should talk to the doctor.
You should talk to the doctor literally this moment. Dr. Hippocampus?
Yes.
Zhul has something to talk to you about.
Zul, what's going on?
Doctor,
Come into my office.
What office?
We're both in the same room. You're literally sitting right next
car.
to me.
The doctor.
He scoots one seat.
I'm getting a lot more hair in my body. I don't know why. I think I ate something.
You see, you're reaching a certain age.
Did you do something? Didn't you say that you had sex?
I never said that.
Somebody was...
Didn't you smell it on him?
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? No, you didn't say shit. I smelled shit.
Oh, I thought you so much sex.
Look,
I
cleanup is important.
I smell sex and puppies.
What
would I do if I had sex?
Because you started growing hair.
This is a
after
conversation between the doctor and me.
Doctor-patient confidentiality doesn't work when there's 8 other people inside of this room.
Then why are we in the room with 8 other people?
That's his office.
Atlas kind of like gallops up beside. You know, I was scrying on you and Griff collecting wood.
We did buy that mirror.
I've sort of been watching everyone do their things. The fishing trip, that was a lot of fun.
What would you see when we were collecting the wood? You saw the old man, didn't you?
You didn't watch.
He was the old man.
You didn't watch the restaurant trip, did you?
No, I was busy talking to...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was doing something else.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Now, the Zul,
Yes.
what did you do?
Apparently 2 things.
Would this be a heal check?
Sure. I printed out a sheet, but I forgot to bring it.
Oh, what, for this?
Yeah, for this.
Yeah. Let me, Joe, for a second.
Let's say,
Griff!
7... Oh, why not?
Is everyone going to come in and look at him?
It's still a 16.
Did you just use a reroll without
Asking? You get no reroll.
Fine. It was a 17 then.
The hair starts to go away a little bit, but not.
No,
He wasn't curing it.
I thought he was trying to.
I was
He was
rolling
diagnosing.
to diagnose. 17.
It was it from the fish?
It's not from the fish.
Where was it from?
I know that.
I don't know if he would know with a 17.
No, that's too low.
Yeah, no.
No,
You don't know what this is.
Wait,
you just know he's
wait,
very hairy for an elf.
If it's only a heal check,
Oh, right.
I thought you'd do something more than just a heal check. I can do a heal check. I got a great heal.
Yo, what do you think, Medic Man?
You can also make a knowledge nature check.
Let me do
I don't have nature.
nature. I don't have nature either, but I do have.
Or if you want to walk the doctor
That's
through what you
21.
saw that night.
What are you trying to do?
Well, if he was doing a heal check to see what the hair's coming from, I'm doing a heal check
No?
to see
No,
what the hair's coming from.
You got wood?
No.
You
No.
like step on
I haven't
a
even-
or something?
No.
No, okay.
No. No, I thought he was
I
going
was
to do a
like
heal
tennis.
check, and I was going to tell him no, wrong thing. That's
Oh,
but
Yeah.
you did it now, so no.
You got to tell me more. What'd you do?
I had some fish. I
fishy
went and
cock.
collected firewood. I talked to an old man.
Don't make me get the zone of truth.
I may have had sex with other elves that weren't actually elves.
What were they, Zul?
I don't know, but they were big and hairy afterwards with claws. But they were
You don't know
really-
nature check. I don't know if you know what that is.
They were really
Would religion
like,
work?
No.
they looked like
With no
elves,
Dungeoneering?
and then they didn't look like elves, and they tried to
cut my balls off.
Please
Maybe
call
somebody who
someone
knows
else
something
in
about
to,
nature
like,
would know.
who is nature.
Anybody
so
know
all of
anything
us
about
have to get
nature?
involved.
Would 11 know?
Atlas, what did you see scrying?
36. Oh, he had he had sex with some werewolves.
Ah,
Shit.
Yeah,
that's no good.
yeah.
I'm glad everybody else knows as well.
But I don't have any bite marks on
Scrying
me.
is the original porno.
Yeah, it really is.
All right.
First spell.
Did you like what you see, Atlas?
No, that was pretty gross.
No. Would I,
That was
with
two
my
L's at
healing
one time.
knowledge, know how to cure lycanthropy?
I silver boy.
You pull up like
You know a
some
couple
dagger.
of ways.
I mean,
Or Atlas knows a couple of ways at least.
I have cure curse.
Remove curse will
It's
work
disease, though, isn't it?
depending on a couple of factors. Remove curse will remove lycanthropy if you use it within the first 3 days. But you also have to be 12th level or higher, which we're not.
Hold on.
And then the other way that you can get a shot at treating lycanthropy is if you can collect enough wolfsbane.
You better start picking plants.
What happens if we don't treat it?
You die.
Well,
Watch out for that moon.
and then we kill you.
there's sort of two types of werewolves, Zhul. There's natural werewolves who are born with the disease. They get it from their mother or some such incident like that. And there are afflicted werewolves who contract it, like you. Afflicted werewolves don't have the same control of the disease, but you can still get away. The problem really dials in when you taste blood. If you're inflicted, you can lose control in that case.
Could I become a werewolf in combat?
Yeah.
Note to self: never contract lycanthropy, because all I can taste is blood.
Oh my god.
It's a never-ending
So I
cycle.
can do what's called ambience, and you will notice that I do have it marked, and it suppresses the effects of a curse on a creature. I cannot cure him.
This is not a curse.
Ah, okay.
It's disease.
Okay.
Do we know greater restoration? Is that cure disease? Or is there just a spell called cure
It's
disease?
called cure. I think it's called remove disease. Or paladins can do it with their touch, their lay on hands. But again, you have to be 12th level or higher.
So how much wolfsbane are we talking about?
Oh, quite a lot. You got to have like a big ass smoothie of it. Like maybe like a gallon of wolfsbane smoothie.
Is it wolfsbane poisonous?
Yeah,
Not the werewolves.
it's poisonous to werewolves because it gets rid of the lycanthropy.
Yeah.
But really, it just kills off the.
He's gonna have
Like
a
a
bad
heart.
couple of days.
It's a rough recovery, and it's only at a shot of it. There's a chance that lycanthropy sticks around if you're not
Basically,
strong
we're
enough.
just gonna kill Zhul pretty soon.
He's fine. He's fine. Just be careful when you turn into a werewolf or into a wolf.
So then he can stay in your vine
No, God,
road trip
no.
while on the
Well, I know the full moon was the same night we went and collected the firewood. It's only been, a week? So I have 3 weeks left.
Yeah, till you die.
Give or take.
We could tie him to a tree.
It's been 1 month.
Yeah, that works every
What if he bites his own tongue? I'd like to imagine I've stuck my head in the window.
Everyone's now in on this documentary.
There's like everyone pulled their horse in, like
Everyone knows about my
Dr.
STD
Hippocampus
now.
has like a testicle in his hand.
now cough. So yeah, everyone's talking about it. The day goes by. Zhul, you're a little freaked out to say the least.
Little freaked out, and I keep looking for wolfsbane. Do I find any wolfsbane? Where is wolfsbane even?
Are you going to say grow? The ground. Don't do that to me.
Thank you for telling me that. What kind of environment does it like?
Woods.
That would be a nature check.
That would be a nature check. I don't have nature.
What kind of
survived.
elf are you?
You could actually make that check. I think that would be like a DC 10, and you can make nature checks if you can make knowledge checks if they're 10 or lower.
Alright. Give it a shot.
Oh, 12.
You could just accept your werewolfness.
Well, it just so happens that they grow in the woods.
Yep. I was gonna say the same thing. It just so happens that you're heading towards
Plants
the deep
grow
woods
in the woods.
where the plants would grow.
Should I do a survival check to see if I find any wolfsbane throughout the day?
You can, but we're not in the woods.
We're not yet? Okay.
Hell no. We're not close at all.
Okay. Well,
you can keep an eye out just in case, but...
Do you know anything about the deep woods?
no.
Woods.
Hey, Havoc.
Yeah?
Did you see a lot of wolfsbane in the deep woods? Or you're more or less just running for your life?
I was riding, and I was drunk. So no, I didn't see any. But I would imagine that there would be plenty to be found.
Okay.
I will make a survival check for throughout the day if I notice any sitting around, and I'll pick it.
Okay.
You're so hopeful.
Well, yeah, we're still in
Natural
scrub
20.
land.
No.
If I was rolling, if I saw any.
No, we're not in the woods.
We were in a little bit of woods because
So
We left the woods.
Who are the actors in your scene?
These two and Sylvie.
Zhul, Zhul, Doctor, and Sylvia. Sorry.
Dr. We gotta hopefully when we get to
Still holding his testicle.
hopefully when
It's
we get to the
covered
deep
there.
woods we can find enough wolfsbane.
It's also down by his ankle.
Yeah, 140 years old. Actually, that's still pretty young for an elf.
Gravity takes its time.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, a couple of days go by on the caravan. You're shaving like a fiend at this point. It's becoming a real hassle.
I have like a real beard going on.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
you
I
do-
look like a badass.
You actually have a beard, so it's interesting to see an elf with a beard. It's different.
I start talking with a deeper voice just because. Why not?
You guys...
Like it's a forced deeper voice. It's like, hey.
Like in Avengers.
Like in Avengers, yeah.
This is my voice! Sorry, guys.
After a few days of travel, you guys finally decide that it's time to just take a quick stop. You find a nice scenic area, basically a nice like hilltop. You can see a few woods to the distance, and yeah, it's just an actual really nice spot. Good view. You can actually see decently far. Actually, you can take a perception check if you want to look around.
Yep.
But you're going to pull over basically and set up camp here for the day.
So, Doctor.
Natural 20 perception check.
Yeah, I got a 13.
So that's a 24, 25.
Yeah. So you look around. There's so the woods are to the east. To the north, you can actually, in the very, very distance, you can see some very heavy, like not mountains, but like trees. Very, very far, like miles and miles away. So you know you're heading in the right direction. And then to your left, down, you guys are on I'm not going to say a mountain, but a really big hill. And it's like a rolling tundra kind of a deal. You can see some more trees, not as thick, not like woods, and then water, like a lake. And yeah, everyone starts setting up camp for the day and everything. Just going to take a day off from the road.
So, Doctor,
Yes.
you make me a promise. If I turn into a werewolf, do you promise not to kill me and to help the best you can to save someone who is innocent? Considering I did not realize these...
Not that type of paladin.
I did not realize this was, these were werewolves when they came onto me.
I'd really like to pass through this scene and say I'd be more concerned about Whistler and Exit.
Between two werewolves. That's the name of Zhul's book. I mean, between two paladins.
Zhul, I'll tell you what. As far as divine healing goes, I'm not the best. As far as regular healing goes, I'm pretty good. I'll tie you up, and we'll just, leave you, in that wagon until we can find a way to cure you, or until Whistler gets enough divine power to cure you.
Just make
We'll
sure...
try our best.
Just make sure Victus doesn't try to heal me.
I'll try, but he does go invisible, which is really hard to stop.
I'd like to point out I'm in the exact same car as you guys.
Victus, there's no need to try to heal me with your magic dagger.
Victus, what's your CMD?
Hey, wait, do you even have a
Actually, I have a
shaving
kind of high
kit?
CMD.
I have a knife.
Jeez, okay.
I have
He's,
a
like,
shaving kit
butchering
that I'm not
himself.
using.
It's a sharp knife.
21.
Does anyone have any silver? We got
24.
4 silver knives.
What are you doing?
I pick you up and toss you out.
Oh!
Get out! Don't be threatening, Zul.
I'm going to do an acrobatics check to tuck and roll. I did it. I don't even need to roll. It's a 22.
I will whip you onto my horse.
So a couple hours go by. The camp's finally all set up. Everyone's got a fire going. People are, hanging out, doing whatever they want to do. And Zhul, while you're waiting around, Silver approaches you. And he looks at you and says, "So I couldn't help but overhear in the
Seeing as he sits right next to
in the carriage as I was working.
Yeah, everybody couldn't help but overhear. Apparently,
I see and hear you're having a little issue with your shaving. Just, as you look and you butchered yourself just trying to shave with a knife.
Yeah,
I can make you a deal. I can make you a very fine shaving knife.
That's actually quite a good impression of him. That's his cadence.
Yeah. But I need a favor.
What is this favor?
Sylvia's been gone for a few hours. She said she just wanted to go take a look at the lake, and she hasn't been back. I'm getting a little worried.
Isn't it nighttime?
Nope. We stopped during the midday.
Okay.
So it's got to be about 2-3 o'clock right now. He's like, I'm getting a little worried, but I got... And you look behind him, and he's just got all this stuff everywhere that he's been trying to work on for everybody. He's like, I'm a little busy, as you can tell. But I will expedite your order up and get you a nice, good shaving kit if you help me out.
That sounds good. I'm going to bring the doctor along with me. That way Victus doesn't try to heal me while I'm going on by myself.
I heard he's a good fisherman. Tell him to bring his pole. And he goes back to work.
Sorry. All right. Thank you, Silver. Walk outside. It's like, Dr. Hippocampus.
Yes.
I have to go and check on Sylvia. And didn't know if you want to come down and come along and see how she's doing and make sure that no sneaky person comes down to my back.
Okay. Hopefully I can find something to hunt.
I appear next to you. I wasn't planning on actually stabbing you.
No, you're just holding out your knife and you came into me invisible.
Yeah, it's a joke. I have been following you temporarily, but just for the joke. I walk away.
I'd like to imagine that he turns around on the other side, Whistler's there. I will detect evil on you as soon as you turn.
I'm not actually evil. Where am I?
I don't know what happens when you choose blood.
Whistler.
I need to know.
That's what
Leave
happens.
my patient alone.
You're patient.
As he's getting a thermometer ready.
As Dr. Hippocampus and I walk away, I'm like, why are you and Whistler so different, but yet you're both still paladins? Humans confuse me.
The Church of Psyche is very special.
What? Why is it that? Just so
I'm also
different.
half elf.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, so that makes sense.
You fucking mudblood.
that makes so much more sense. You live longer, so you must be a little bit wiser.
Well, yeah. my God hasn't really given me.
But Whistler
certain
does seem
powers,
pretty
but he's given me
innocent.
certain other powers.
Whistler does seem pretty innocent, doesn't he?
Keep me out of your conversation.
You're not even there.
I'm just saying.
Whistler. Goody two shoes.
I want to be part of this conversation.
You're not
Too
there.
bad, you're not. You're fit.
No, he seems pretty good at being helpful and everying, but
You're already in trouble.
seems
Big
a little
Whistler
little too
is,
nice. It's
is
not my
me
fault.
about 30, 40 years ago.
But Whistler's only human, anyways.
You guys want to know how old I am?
Yeah.
28.
Wow. Yeah, Whistler does seem pretty young.
He's older than Havoc.
Mm-hmm. By a year.
Older and still too innocent. So I guess Dr. Hippocampus come walk down. I mean, yeah.
So the way it is, you guys are set up on this really nice hilltop. So it's like a rolling down and then a tree line kind of a deal. And then if you were on top of the hill, you can actually see the lake, and it goes out for a little bit of a distance. It's a pretty big lake. So you guys make your way down slowly, and you get down to the tree line.
I'm gonna look around for some small game.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the tree line is probably about... I would say the tree line is maybe 30, 40 feet wide. Or not wide, but deep.
Yeah, so as Dr. Hippocampus walks away from me, I get really nervous. So I do from Invictus. So I do invisibility purge, which is like a 30-foot radius.
I fall out of a tree. Scare off in the distance.
Damn it, Victus!
On all fours.
Only thing you see is his pink socks.
It's like when you take a flash photo of a bird and it just goes.
Make a survival check to see if you see any small game.
18?
Yeah, there's a few rabbits bouncing along, I guess.
I guess I'll take out the Mazalombo.
Okay.
Take a shot. I'm pretty sure I hit. I rolled an 18 plus
Oh, yeah, you got one.
13.
Yep.
It's
Sweet.
So, just shoot an arrow and it goes perfect right into the neck of this bunny.
Thank
Rabbit.
you, Rabbit. Zhul, we're going to have something other than salted fish tonight.
Sounds delicious as long as it's, not
go.
a blade.
Let's go see if we can find Sylvie. Maybe she'll like something other than fish. Well, she probably likes a lot of fish, doesn't she?
She probably does. I'm going to roll a perception check to see if I can find Sylvia. 9?
No, but mind you, you guys are still on.
Oh, we
this
saw
side
it
of the
one was away?
woods. Yeah, you guys are still on this. Well, on the outside of the woods. You haven't made it to the lake side.
So tell me, Dr. Hippocampus, what?
Let's walk and talk.
Yeah, we're walking and talking at the same time, and it's why? Oh, so what do you do even as a paladin? Like, so my religion,
Harsh.
Yeah.
so my religion doesn't have a whole lot of not religion. My the government that I worship that I have direction from doesn't have a whole lot of restrictions on everything. Just a few simple rules of help out all elves and don't be malicious to other elves, to other races, and keep to yourself. And that's roughly about it. Not a whole lot of extra stuff in there, except for just don't be a dick is pretty much what it is. Mm-hmm. So, what about your religion?
It's kind of similar, except it's not just elves. Not really racist like that.
Is there certain
don't kill innocents?
Don't kill innocents.
Kind of a big one. Don't throw a rope into the necrotic. Drag them through it.
That was supposed to help them.
Yeah.
The wind took the rope the wrong way. It was supposed to go this way, but it actually went this way. But
don't worry, I know it was an accident, Zhul. As bad as it was, the god of Psyche forgives you. Because it was an honest mistake.
I haven't heard anything from my god at all, but actually pretty much helping out. Every time I go to help out an elf, there's always other races there, which makes me wonder, what if I'm just too racist and I'm actually supposed to help out other races?
You know, that's not really a bad thing. Helping out other people. I mean, I can't heal amazingly, but I make it up with my practical healing.
I've been healing a lot of races. Other races.
Racist.
All right. You guys, as you're talking, finally get to the edge of the tree line, and now in front of you is a beautiful, beautiful lake that just goes on into the sun. Set. Make a perception check if you guys like.
I just rolled the die. It was 20, but I don't think you can take that.
Ooh. 5.
8.
Well, 7.
You guys are blind.
The sun's just reflecting just right off the lake, so it's a little hard to see everything. But you can hear some splashing going on in front of you. And yeah, it's good. You guys can keep looking around, I guess, if you want. But right now, you have not seen Sylvia or anything. You guys are more distracted by the view.
View?
It's fucking sick.
Well, Dr. Hippocampus, doesn't this view just make you feel so small?
Zane needs to see it now.
You're going a little weird on me here, Zhul. Is the disease getting to your mind?
I am growing hair everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's certainly something. We should probably fix that.
We should. But I guess I was more talking about does this view make you feel insignificant? Small in the world.
And as he says that, you're looking out into the lake, and all of a sudden, you see Sylvia start coming out of the water, completely naked, walking right out of the water and everything. And she's taking off her skin from taking a nice dip in the water, and she starts waving to you guys. Not a care in the world.
I wave back. I'm like, I had enough of naked women lately. You want to go talk to her,
I'm a doctor.
Gibbous?
I'm used to it.
Yeah. And then as she's waving and she finally gets the skin off and everything, all of a sudden you see a tentacle coming out of the water.
Great sword away.
All right, yeah.
I ready my bow.
32.
Yeah, you can shoot it at the tentacle.
Do I have time to shoot my bow too?
No, your bow wasn't ready.
Yeah.
He's using his mind, basically, so it's just always on hand.
13 damage.
All right.
Lop that tentacle right off.
No, you don't.
Sylvia, run! Run
So
quick.
as soon as you hit the one tentacle, you see it like kind of spiral back, and then another one comes up and grabs Sylvia and you just see her dangling up in the air and everything. And make a will save.
Me?
Both of you. Are you scrying, by the way?
Oh shit! Is
Oh,
this an
definitely.
aboleth?
Okay, you make a will save.
No, this is a tentacle monster Japanese scene.
Well, this is the hentai episode, that's for sure. But is this an aboleth?
18.
Well, what kind of effect is
Just
Just do
will
it
save.
at 19.
28.
All right, you two get nosebleeds.
No.
It's more refined with that stuff.
You've already had your sex-filled issue. You're fine. Your nose is fine. So right now she's waving up in the air as she's being held by this tentacle arm and everything, and you see the head of an octopus pop out of the water.
Can I see its eye?
Yep,
Okay.
you can see its eyes.
Atlas sees that she's in danger, so he's going to teleport over there.
Okay.
He's gonna join the fight. Is anyone else watching?
I kind of imagined that since we've been hanging out, like,
So Havoc's like peeking over my shoulder.
do I need to make a will save then? If
you were watching, then yeah.
On the scry. That's
There's a good gold mirror
23.
You're fine.
purchase. You're not into that stuff.
Oh my, Havoc.
You just go.
She's spoken for.
No, she's in trouble. There's a monster.
Oh right, yes, that too.
Let's go.
So you guys teleport right over there. This is.
Alright, somebody take a picture. There we go. The picture. It was what do you call it? Spark of
The gift of life or
Is it
something
like something like that? I don't know. Sistine Chapel.
The Divine Spark?
I don't remember the name of it. We appear at the lake.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Oh shit!
I've seen it, but no, we're fine.
All right. So
That would have been an adventure.
everyone that's actually at the water now, roll initiative.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nat
natural 20.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, same here.
Don't worry.
I
I subtract 1, so it's 19.
All right.
So I got 23.
Griff, do you feel like we're missing something?
No.
Griff is like, I'm acting in a surprise round right now, but I don't know why.
He's got the sword in his hand.
Yeah, I'm not even in.
He just-
I'm just off into the distance.
Griff
All right.
Griff turns
22.
towards the lake
22.
and just teleports all the way over there.
No, it's not. It's like Griff was eating an apple. And he like turns and the sword's in his
23.
hand, and he's just like,
Cuts a slice.
19, you said?
19.
21.
Oh my goodness. Everyone had pretty good rolls again. So. All right. The octopus gets to go first.
Octopusy. So it didn't matter that we all rolled really well.
It rolled a natural 20. So it did pretty good. It had a +6 initiative.
Wow.
So the octopus has Sylvie, and he grabs her and pulls her under the
You
water.
don't need to show me pictures.
What?
Being a shirt. Never mind.
What's happening?
Cut that.
Pulls
Cut
her
that
under
part.
the water,
Fact.
disappears,
Never show it again.
and then ink sprays the water. So now it's just black
Gross.
all over the water and everything, and it's disappeared.
She can breathe underwater, guys.
And next is Zhul. Your turn.
How far away was this monster?
Well, I'm trying to think. You guys were how far from the water? Because you guys just got to the edge of the tree line.
Yeah.
But you were able to reach him, Dr. Hippocampus. How far can your sword reach with your mind? 30 feet?
I don't know. I'd have to go searching, but I can go a distance.
We'll just say it was 30 feet from there. And it was about... It's about 50 feet away from where it pulled Sylvie in. 50 to 60 feet away.
Okay, and how far away is the water?
Well, it's 30 feet to the water, and then another 30 feet into the water is where it was.
Okay. So, I am going to do my movement to 30 feet to the water. Actually, no, before I do that, I guess we're all close to each other?
Yep.
I'm going to just cast prayer. So, everybody gets a +1. So, that's good. And then I'm going to run my 30 feet that way there. Now I'm just at the water. And that's about it I can do.
All right. Next is Havoc.
I realize now that I am still not in my armor. I can't see any shit in the water. But I will activate my eye patch, rage, and leap in.
All right.
Wait, who's
so
wearing the belt?
are you double moving?
Yeah, I'll double moving.
The last two people that were actually Victus and Volley, so they are not there.
Just making sure.
You're double moving then?
Yes.
Okay, so right now you are in the middle. Can you? Do a perception check actually.
15.
It's black ink everywhere where you are. It's just you're completely surrounded in blackness.
But if I keep going down, eventually I'll hit tentacle.
Possibly, yeah. All right. Next is Dr. Hippocampus.
In fact, all I need is for it to grab me, and then I can kill it.
You rolled 20.
Zul already went.
I didn't go.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put you two backwards, so it's Atlas' turn.
Atlas can't see the octopus?
Nope.
Right.
You are 60 feet away. It is underwater, and there is ink everywhere in the water. So no, you cannot see it at this area or point of view.
Atlas will spend a turn swapping out teleport for baleful polymorph.
More chicken.
Oh my god. All right. Now it's Dr. Hippocampus' turn.
I will call upon my divine bond with the god of Psyche and bless my weapon, and then run to the water's edge.
Okay.
Because that's probably as far as I can move.
It's another beach episode.
Because I don't have much movement.
So let's just say that me and Dr. Hippocampus are next to each other. Okay.
So,
Atlas has that screen effect on his mirror. Because he's scrying himself while holding the mirror.
I'm tripping.
Yeah.
all right. It is now the octopus's turn, and it's going to try to grapple Havoc.
Nice. It has to beat my CMD of 20 or 30 because I'm raging.
Are you raging?
Yes.
Did you say you were raging?
Yes. It's a free action.
Okay.
I activated my eye patch swift action. I raged free action, and then I double moved with movement and standard.
I'm adding the CMB to that, right?
Yeah, CMB. Versus 30.
It does not grab you.
Oh.
It misses. You feel as you're swimming in the dark, you feel it brush right. It was like 2 off. It just brushed up against your shoulder, and now 2 tentacles shoot up out of the water and try to grapple both Dr. Hippocampus and Zhul.
I will give Zhul...
Natural 1. It misses Zhul.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta use the bathroom.
Does a 27 get you, Dr. Hippocampus?
Yes, it does.
All right, it grapples you and pulls you back in to the water.
Okay.
I need
activate my eye patch.
potion.
Huh?
I activate my eye patch.
It is now Havoc. No, Zhul's turn.
Okay.
They're just skipping all around this initiative.
I know. I'm looking. I had you guys mixed up.
I was hoping to cast a spell or something, but okay. Let me see if I can get its attention.
Well, you might be able to see better because my sword is casting daylight. So you can see where I am probably in the water.
You can see it's black, but it's like glowing a little bit. It's like a heartbeat kind of a thing.
Well, I was just going to use a seeking arrow and see if I can get its eye.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. It's going through water. You can't. I mean, it is a seeking arrow. Always, no matter what, even if it's underwater. Yeah.
Seeking arrow.
Yep. I'm going to do a seeking arrow. Be like, go into the monster.
The octopus's eye.
The octopus's eye. So I guess seeking arrow always hits its mark. So I guess it goes into the octopus's eye.
Yeah. Roll for damage then.
Where's my D10? Where's my D10? That's my D10. Actually, wouldn't it be a critical hit?
You can make that distinction.
I don't know if that's a critical hit because seeking arrows always hit their target. I mean, I would say roll if you want it to be a critical. Either way, you're going to hit it, but at least roll, and I'll let you know if it's a critical or not.
So it's more like a confirm with the...
You confirm, yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Is that it's a critical threat.
11 plus 8 is 19.
It does not be critical, unfortunately.
Not critical, so it is 8 damage.
Okay.
It's in its eye. Hoping that might...
Alrighty. Havoc, it is now your turn.
Alright.
Oh, I can do 2 attacks.
Oh, alright.
So what I'm going to do is, for my second attack, I'm not going to attack. I'm going to ready an explosive arrow for when the thing comes out of the water. Can I do that?
I don't think you can do that,
No?
can you?
No, ready in action is a different...
Yeah, you can't use that as a substitute for part of your attack.
Yeah.
Alright, then in that case, I am... Hold on. Let me spells. I am going to... I don't really want to use 2 of these seeking arrows, so...
Just start firing off explosive arrows randomly into the water.
Oh, no, not that one either. I have less of those. I'm just going to see if I can hit it with... because you said he's glowing, right?
You can see where the sword is, yes.
You shoot that. Yeah.
I'm just going to aim for the glowing thing just with a regular arrow.
Alright.
Let's see if I can hit the monster. Oh, I don't think so. That is a 23.
You managed to hit well, is he rolling at disadvantage if he's shooting in the water and he can't see?
He's definitely got a penalty.
Yeah, what's the penalty, though?
50%.
50% concealment.
Where is that? Nope, you hit.
Hit? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll your damage. You end up, well, I mean, you hit. You'll know that, but you don't know where you hit, I guess.
I doubt I hit inside twice. 7.
All right. Moving on. Now it is Atlas's turn. Or Havoc's turn, because I keep fucking up.
I'm blind in the water. And this isn't a kind of blindness that I can solve by switching eyes that my eye patch is on, because it's the medium that I'm seeing through that is blinding me. So I will just continue swimming in the direction that I believe the octopus is in until my face runs into it.
Okay.
Is that one move or two? Should I make a roll for it?
Yeah, make
Does it
a
provoke an attack opportunity?
It would definitely.
It would, but I don't know where he's going. That's the thing. I want like a percentile roll if you even swim towards the right direction. Because right now you're blind. You're saying, right?
Yeah, but I saw where the tentacles were coming from.
You felt it go by you.
Yeah, so I have a general gist.
Area.
So what kind of percentage do you?
It's like 20. You just
20% chance of failure.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything that isn't.
You have the general idea. Yeah. 39. So you're fine.
Good.
So you managed to go towards where it is, and
So I swim into it.
yeah. But when you swim towards it, you're out of the black now.
Cool.
You're out of the ink.
So I can see.
And what you see is the octopus's main body is there, and the arms are everywhere. And you can't see Dr. Hippocampus, but you can see Sylvia is held close to the octopus's main body while all the arms are spread out.
Okay. I draw my falchion.
Yep.
I grit my teeth and grow a size category. The spikes are out.
All right.
And I would like to... Would I be able to sunder the tentacle that is holding Sylvia?
You can definitely try.
Okay. Would this be a normal attack because I'm trying to cut off a part of its
This
body?
is a disarm.
A disarm?
Yeah.
All right.
No, disarm.
Disarm.
Because he's holding something and you want to have him stop holding it.
Yes. All right. So my CMB is currently 20. Thanks to raging. So 20 plus a natural 1.
You do not.
Oh,
well, I'm going to say what happens.
You get a +1.
Still not good enough.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that you're not used to fighting underwater, so when you went to move it, you actually moved a lot slower than you thought you would, and the tentacle just moves out of your way. Atlas.
Can Atlas see can Atlas see the octopus?
No, the tentacles are back in the water.
And this surface screen of ink.
Yep.
Okay. Atlas is going to prepare Baleful Polymorph.
Which you already did, I thought.
No. Prepare to cast it.
Okay,
if the tentacles pop up again, or it just pops up. If I can see it.
Okay.
Yep.
It is now Dr. Hippocampus's turn. You are currently grappled.
Alright. I am thinking that I'm not going to try and break out of the grapple. Instead, I'm going to use my move action to pull myself down the tentacle towards the octopus.
That is not how that works. You are currently in the ink. You are grappled. You need to, if you want to try to break the grapple, you can.
I'll attempt to break the grapple. What was that, CMB?
Yep.
Or escape artist if you have more points than that.
No, I don't have escape artist. That is a 24.
You do not get out. You can try to make a perception check to see if you can see the tentacle that's holding you, if you would like to try to attack it, though.
What was that check of escape? What did that count for as a turn?
Isn't it a free action to try to break grapple?
No.
Action.
It's either your action or your movement. I think it's your action.
I think you could use it as a movement, can't you?
It's probably a worthless feat that changes it to a move.
Probably. That no one will ever take.
If you are grappled, you can attempt to break free of the grapple as a standard action.
And there it is.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Standard action.
It is now the octopus's turn. It is once again now going to attack Havoc.
There we go. You got it eventually. Do we need those name tags back?
Yeah.
My armor class is lowered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not wearing armor, so yeah.
It's going to hit 20.
Well, it's 12 at the moment, so that hits.
Yep. All right.
Actually, 11 at the moment because I'm large.
And if it will also, when it attacks you with its tentacle, it will actually try to grapple you as well.
It also takes 4 damage back from my spikes.
Right. It's not going to grapple you with this, but it will do damage to you. 6 damage.
6 damage.
And then it is going to, since I use that as an attack, I can try to bite you now.
Cool.
So the octopus's head's going to come right at your face now.
Yes.
Yeah, 19 plus a lot.
That hits. It takes 6 damage back.
Okay. Where are you? There you are. 12 damage, and you are now poisoned.
Ooh. 12 minus 5 is 7. 18 minus 7.
And that is all the octopus can do right now.
Alright.
Well, you do. So, let me click on it. It'll give me more detail here.
I think I get a fortitude save.
You do get a fortitude save to resist.
I'm good at those. Plus 13.
You fail.
16.
You fail.
That was a natural 3. Instant death. Oh. Actually, I wonder if because I'm a size category larger, I'd be rolling d8s for spikes. But I don't think so.
I'll allow it.
Oh, next time.
So next turn you will start feeling the effect of the poison.
Great.
Zhul, you are up.
All right. I'm going to cast Entropic Shield. Oh, I'm sorry. Sanctuary. Sanctuary.
That's what Sanctuary just protects you from
Shanking?
Victus.
Yeah, Victus Sanctuary.
As soon as you cast it, he comes out of the woods again.
So Sanctuary, that way there I won't, it has to pass a will save of 14 in order to attack me. Unless, of course, does an area attack. Mm-hmm. And then I am going to jump into the water, and I can swim at 60 feet.
Yep, I know you got your mantis thing.
Yep. So and I can breathe underwater.
Yep.
And I'm just going to try to locate it. All right, well, actually locate these two.
All right. Roll perception check, Doc.
I am large.
Yeah.
You're large.
I have a glowing sword.
Yeah.
7.
All right. You can see Havoc.
Okay.
He is large and being attacked right now by the octopus's mouth. You do not see Dr. Hippocampus because you went through the black ink and you managed to get through with your high speed of swimming, and you pushed right through it really quick and ended up coming out. So now you're actually right behind Havoc and the octopus.
So I can't. Yeah,
that would be your whole turn right there.
Yeah, because I can't do a swift action now.
Yep. All right, Havoc, you're up.
All right. So I'm now within reach of it, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna full attack this guy.
Okay.
So first attack is. I don't have. I don't know what my Falchion stats are because I don't have. Technically, I don't have the enchants yet. So it'll just be a mundane attack then.
Mm-hmm.
18.
That hits.
Oh, 18 plus 8. There we go. That hits. Yeah. And then my second attack is a natural 20, so I'm going to confirm that. 18 plus.
Oh yeah.
Not 18. It's
your lower.
It's my lower. So 10 plus 12 is 22.
You got it.
So that confirms that.
Yep.
Cool.
Roll the damage.
So the first damage is 6 plus 6 is 12 for the first attack.
Plus 1.
Plus 1. So 7 for the first attack.
All right.
And my second one is 12, 15 plus 12. 27
All right.
for the second attack.
All right, so you hit him with the falchion, right?
Yes.
So you go down and you slice this octopus.
That was medium damage. I actually dealt more than that because I'm large.
You want to add
We'll go with that.
But it was enough damage to where, so the tentacle that hit you before, it was trying to protect itself. You actually cut this tentacle off. So right now it is down to 7 tentacles. One still holding Sylvie, and one still holding Dr. Hippocampus.
What's the wrong tentacle?
Well, it was the one that was attacking you before, so you just ended up cutting that one off. Now, Atlas, your turn.
Can Atlas still not see the creature?
No, because it used its full round action under the water that time, so it didn't actually pop up to try to grapple anybody.
Atlas will fly over the lake.
Yep.
With just his movement, so 30 feet, to see if he can get a better view advantage.
Perception roll.
6.
No. That's a negative.
All right, he's gonna maintain his prepared.
That's fine. Dr. Hippocampus, you are still grappled, sir.
Screw hitting out of the grapple. I'm chopping this tentacle off.
All right, roll a perception check just to see if you can even see that tentacle. You can feel it.
On me.
You don't need if you're grappled.
If you can
with
feel
something, if you're grappled with something, the effects of concealment are gone.
Okay.
Literally holding on.
Right.
You just
Touches
well, I mean, you just got black in your eyes. I mean, you can feel it, but
Yeah,
all right.
all he has to do is this.
Well, that's if he's holding it. He's using his mind sword, I thought.
No.
19.
You got it.
Ugh.
Roll damage.
13.
Okay, 13 damage. It is still grappling you.
I'll lop into it again. 24.
Yep. Roll damage.
10.
How much was that last damage?
10.
I'm going to say you actually cut the tentacle off.
Good.
Because it was about roughly. All right. You are free as of now. Still surrounded in black, unfortunately. And now it's back to the octopus's turn. It is not happy.
Surprise, surprise.
Somebody spends 3 rounds detecting evil on it.
I'm not there.
Oh, I had 4 more damage to that.
Okay.
Poor Victus, he should have drank more water.
As it looks at you guys, it's going to once again use its defensive ability and make another big cloud surrounding itself right there in front of right at Atlas's or not, Havoc's face.
Don't forget, it only has one eye you can look at. I shot the other eye.
No, I know, but
Okay.
it's fine. It's got ridiculous perception.
Okay.
So
You know where the
he just
fucking face
spits ink cloud out in front of itself and covers both Havoc and Zhul. So now the range has actually went from 30 to 60 actual now. So it's even larger, this ink pool. And it's going to go into stealth mode.
That's pretty darn stealthy.
Yeah, it is. And it will now be Zhul's turn.
So I cannot see.
You cannot see right now. And it is hiding. That was really good stuff. That's 20.
I guess.
You can make a perception check though right now if you like.
Let me do a perception check to see if I can somewhat see it. Oof, that's a 12.
No.
You know what? I think I'm trying to find Havoc right now.
Not that hard to find.
You can feel him probably. You were pretty close to him.
Don't,
I was?
Don't, because then he'll kill you.
It's a tentacle!
I just wanted to heal him a bit, or at least do some type of.
It hasn't gotten through my temporary hit points yet.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
He's fine.
you know what? I'm just gonna swim back to shore.
I actually have more. Than,
Yeah.
I have 20, not 16.
Let me,
4 more than 8.
Yeah, I got nothing that's gonna work on this guy. You know what? I'm just gonna swim back to shore.
Okay.
Yep, 60 feet. So, do I make it shore?
Absolutely.
If you know which way shore is.
I mean, I imagine myself is still.
I mean, you're in 60 feet of ink.
I'm sure he swims up to the surface.
If you just swim up, then yeah, you're at the top of the water. You're not on shore, but you can see where you are. I mean,
how far was I down below the surface?
probably about 30 feet deep.
Okay, so I went 30 feet up and I swim 30 feet toward shore.
45. Yeah, you're basically.
Okay.
All right. Have it.
All right.
Roll perception check.
I could, or I could just.
I just
take
want
it
you to
and
roll
see.
it, though.
That's a 28.
You can hear Sylvia yelling for help under the water.
All right. I'm going to try really hard not to hit her with this. I will hold my falchion in one hand. I will use my gloves to summon up my whip. And I will attempt to pull the octopus towards me with my whip.
Right.
So I would imagine there's a
Yeah.
50% mischance. for
Yep,
this.
because it's even bigger in cloud now.
But this is a CMB of 20 versus plus my roll.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2. Right. It was a 35 though to drag it.
I'm gonna say you're not like holding onto it, but you felt it with your whip, so you actually did a little damage to it.
All right, so that's a D.
So you definitely hit it, but you didn't grapple it.
It's frost damage.
Oh, all right, that's actually really good to know.
So 6 frost damage. 1 plus 5. 6 physical damage. So 6 frost, 6 physical.
You hear the octopus yelling a loud like bellow, kind of through the water. It really hurt him on that one.
Ah, frost.
Alrighty,
That hit Sylvia.
Alice.
He prepares his action. That's it.
You can make a perception check if you like.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll see if the conditions have cleared up. 13.
No. And Doctor, you are free now, but in a ink cloud.
I cast full strength on myself and then swim further down.
All right, how far can you swim down? Only 30 feet since you cast, I'm assuming.
Or something like that.
So you get
But
to
my
the.
swimming has improved.
So you swim 30 feet down and you get out of the ink clearing, and you can see the octopus is down at the bottom of the lake and looking straight up at you.
I can't say anything, but I point at him.
You can roll a perception check as well.
11.
You can see Havoc's feet sticking out of the ink spot. And now it is the octopus's turn. And actually, you can also notice that the octopus is pretty badly beaten. It's missing 3 tentacles now. Well done. Frostwhip took out another one. And it's going to charge you, basically, right now. And try to make a mouth attack. Does an 18 hit you? All right. So it's going to go right by and miss you with the bite.
Oh.
And then...
Also, I should be feeling effects of poison now.
Yes, you
It's been
should,
around.
actually. It's like 3 constitution damage.
Not the constitution.
Now, it's also going to make a grapple attempt. But... Does a 25 grapple you, Havoc?
At 25?
Yeah.
No, it does not.
All right, so that's its turn. Zhul.
Alright, I'm gonna...
By the way, 30 feet of the ink is now cleared.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if I can see Sylvia, or I'm not worried about the monster, I'm worried about the people. So I'm gonna see if I can see someone.
Under there?
Yeah. 18 for perception. Sylvia, Havoc, or Dr. Hippocampus.
I'm going to say you can see a tentacle. That's it.
Mm.
Just because the creature is very long.
Hell, I'll do explosive arrow. No.
Mama!
Because I have a very low AC, so if that thing grapples me, I'm not going to do so well.
You're fine.
Fine?
You're fine.
You're fine, honey.
You know what? Since I can see Atlas is above me because I'm also by the shore. I'm gonna use an explosive arrow against the that tentacle I can see. Oh, 10.
No. So you shoot an explosive arrow in there, but what this does do is it clears up the ink cloud a bit. So now instead of it being fully in that 30-foot zone, it is now thinned out and spread off into like a 60-foot zone. So it's not as thick, but it's along a bigger part now.
Good news is, since I didn't land a hit,
No.
there is sanctuary still is in place.
Yep.
So I can see more of it now?
You can make another perception check to see if you can see through this new spot. It spread the ink out a little bit, so it's thinner, so you might have an easier time seeing it, or you might just miss it this time.
16.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay. I can do.
You can actually make out some of the people a little bit now. You can make out figures, but not detailed.
You can probably tell which one's Havoc.
You can also tell which one's the octopus. That's all Atlas needs.
I only have 2 more explosive arrows left, so I'm not going to use one.
Under the water, by the way, you just sort of.
My eardrums.
I guess I'm just going to.
They're like extra big and they're extra sensitive.
Not a whole lot I can do here. I guess I can.
Take a shot, not take a shot. Take a shot, take a nut.
I'm trying to see if I can. No, I'm not gonna take a shot.
All right,
No.
It is now Havoc's turn. Havoc.
Can I see
Yes, you can.
the octopus?
Yes.
Okay. Can
It
I
is
see
actually right between you and Dr. Hippocampus now.
All right. Well, Dr. Hippocampus will survive this. Sylvia won't. So I'm going to aim a cone of cold so it doesn't hit Sylvia, but gets as much of the octopus as possible.
All right. Don't roll. You kill it.
Cool.
So in a is cone of cold gonna freeze the water, or how is that really? Is it just a quick second of coldness and then it just
I don't think cone of cold has effect on
on the environment? All right. So you cone of cold this octopus, and basically what I'm gonna say is you basically just take out the main head of the octopus, and it dies. So all the arms just kind of open up, and it just starts floating. And
34 times 2, because it's sensitive,
Yeah.
is 68. I just wanted to know for my own personal records.
So yeah, it only had like 20 hit points left.
Nice.
It was done. So you basically hit this thing, and it kind of just the remaining tentacles, which were like 5 left, just kind of go like stuck out like, and it just kind of floats there now, and Sylvia is like released from it.
All right, having shouted underwater, I now take a good lungful of it and swim to the surface.
So you guys all get to the surface. Sylvia swims up as well, and she starts thanking you guys for saving her and everything. And the octopus also starts floating up and just hovers on.
I ask Sylvia if she needs any medical attention.
Oh, I'm fine. I just didn't have my skin. I couldn't fight back.
Oh boy.
Listen, if she had her skin, she would do so much fucking damage. She's tough. I was looking at her stats. She's crazy.
Havoc, you
How
need
much
some
more
help?
constitution damage do I take?
1.
It's too much.
I
have removed
I don't-
paralysis, but not poison.
don't have anything that's gonna.
Atlas casts detect poison. You're poisoned.
I will give you a. I'll give a heal check.
They're a CR like 5 creature.
Yeah, they're tough as hell.
I do a natural 20 on a heal check, giving me 35 to aid Havoc's poison.
Yeah, he's fine.
Here, Havoc. I give you a couple slaps in the back. Cough it up. Cough it up.
Oh, I could use like a lesser restoration.
I could use cure moderate wounds if that will work better.
Yeah, I have cure wounds.
No, because I need to cure
Actually,
ability damage.
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
I don't have that.
You would actually be using lesser restoration the right way.
More
Give me an hour.
We're just going to say you go back. You're fine.
Well, they recover at 1 a day, so.
Don't worry,
So-
Havoc. I'll pray to Psyche. I'll cure you.
Oh, hang on. I think I have a cure in my pocket. It's. Oh, there it is.
So you guys all get out of the water. Sylvie comes running up and gives Havoc a big hug.
Yeah, get off of me. She spikes herself.
Dad, she just dies.
I'm not going to kill Silver's girlfriend.
Look, she's got more than 6 hit points, but
Yeah.
still.
Roll will save. She's butt naked still.
No.
I cast cure light wounds on her.
Oh, she's fine. If you guys want, the octopus and the tentacles are all floating if you guys want some more food.
Calamari tonight.
Oh gosh.
We have so much food.
It's
guys-
huge, and I like cooking huge
What
things.
happens
Sylvia's gonna love
what
it.
happened to
All
my
this
rabbit?
seafood.
I'm assuming
rabbit
you
on the
just
shore?
dropped it on land.
Okay.
Oh, somebody left a perfectly good rabbit here.
You guys killed a
It's all you,
giant.
Havoc.
It's very small.
Cook it up.
You guys killed
It's
a
too small for
giant-
me to cook. Here.
Alright, I'll cook it.
You guys killed a giant octopus that was worth 4,800 XP.
Yeah.
So many giant creatures in that lake.
Just wait till
This is a different lake.
Oh, different lake.
Yeah, we traveled a bit.
God, these lakes are infested. No one go in the lakes.
I mean,
No, from now on, nobody goes in the lakes.
we're going to the deep woods. There's berries the size of your head.
Those smell like nice berries. They make great raisins, don't
Just
they?
don't eat the poison ones.
I know which ones are poison.
Ugh. Poison.
That's the thing, Havoc. If we're on land, it's much easier. In the water, it's a pain in the ass.
Need some to
Isn't
decanter
that right,
longer,
Atlas?
Havoc?
Oh,
No.
oh, definitely.
You're still floating up there. Get down from there.
I wrap my whip around Atlas's leg and fly him like a kite.
Let go. That's cold.
Sylvia looks at you. I'm so embarrassed that I caused such a ruckus.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
We do it pretty much every day.
It's the story of our life.
Join the freaking club.
It's glad we're here to help you. You could breathe underwater, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you said it, but you're not here.
I just couldn't fight back without my skin.
That sounds weird every time you say it.
What? You guys all pick up. I'm assuming you take the octopus back.
Yeah, why not?
Let's drag it
You
up.
guys drag.
Alright, Havoc, you get
The
one
main
side,
body-
I'll get the other.
Is anyone grabbing the 3 extra tentacles that are just floating there as well?
As long as I've got 25 more rounds of rage, so 25 times 6
So you like wrap one tentacle like this, one
is
tentacle
150.
like this.
So if we can get it back to camp in 150 seconds, I can carry it by myself.
You'll be running, but yeah.
No,
He's running uphill with it.
With a frozen ice sculpture of a...
Look what I got! I mean, I'm assuming you'd be pretty excited. It's another giant creature for you to cook.
Yeah, I like cooking giant creatures.
Flash frozen calamari.
Now you can only carry 2 pounds for a light load. So
I'll
So
carry,
you'll have to
I'll carry
drag
the
it.
extra tentacles.
I'm not going to carry anything.
Alright.
Victus falls out of a tree,
Yeah,
so
I
he
mean,
can
guys-
help you now.
No, have you guys returned to the campsite yet? Or is it just still...
Yeah, you guys finally get up back
With a
up.
giant frozen octopus.
What happened?
I shrink and get crushed underneath. Oh my.
Well, turns out this pond had another giant monster in it.
Oh.
Did you fish it?
In some manner of effect.
With man as bait?
Havoc and I kind of chopped off a couple arms.
Well, I'm sorry I wasn't there to help, but I was, not there.
Right.
Sylvia
I was
runs...
specifically told
to stop following people as a joke. So
You get some paper stuck to your foot.
It says 100,000 gold pieces. Sylvia runs up to Silver and gives him. Sylvia runs up to Silver and gives him a big hug and says she's happy to be back. And
Silver cringes.
Silver's a little embarrassed because she's still naked and he's been trying to influence her into be wearing clothes around the group. But Silver goes up to Zhul and is like, "Thank you so much for bringing her back," and hands you a nice masterwork shaving knife.
No problem. I don't mind helping out at all.
Razor blade. Yeah, whatever.
Shaving knife.
Razor. Whatever.
I don't mind helping out at all. I grabbed the shaving knife. It's like, I'm going to need this in the next few weeks, and hopefully, if Victus doesn't have this way, years.
For the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life, which will hopefully be for a while.
Damn dirty ape.
Now, because Zhul used an exploding arrow, are there, pieces missing?
I didn't hit it.
No, he missed. No. Sylvie turns around and is like, "Oh, I completely forgot." And she grabs something off her when they came back up, she had her skin and something else in her. She turns around, she had a chest in her hand. "I found this at the bottom of the lake."
Oh, okay.
Oh my!
And stuff. And she hands it to Dr. Hippocampus.
Is it locked?
Nope.
Pop it open? What's in there?
You see a black orb in there and a little piece of paper attached to the top of the
Throw it back in.
chest.
Nothing
I'll
good comes
read
of
the
orbs.
paper. I'm not touching the orb.
The paper says, you only must ask, and I will tell you the answer.
Atlas, you want to identify what this is?
Sure.
Just
Magic
in
8
case.
ball.
It has an infinity symbol carved into it.
It has the infinity symbol carved into it. You know this to just be a simple magic trinket that is given to kids.
Okay. Give it a shake.
Shake, shake, shake.
Ask it a question.
Roll a d20.
Will Zhul become a werewolf?
Yeah. 12.
Definitely.
Ask again later.
Ask again later. Sorry, Zhul. We just pass it all around. There you go, Atlas. 2 of the shake.
No thanks. Those things are bad luck.
Is this enough salt? Natural 1.
It is certain.
Oh no! Oh no! I ruined it.
Well, it is enough.
Oh yeah. All right. So no more salt. Good. I still have 18 pounds of it.
I'm sure we'll need to preserve other things.
1 magic 8 ball.
That's fun.
We've got some pretty fun items.
Everybody gets 4,800 XP.
Everybody, what?
Well, I'm not going to give it just certain people. Group effort.
Me and Greg.
Shake.
I did individually. What's the next question?
What did we get for that fish?
Will Victus stab Zhul? 13.
Better not tell you now.
Victus.
What?
What are you doing over there?
I love the magic 8 ball.
Right now, whenever Zhul is walking around and doesn't see Victus around, he does a visibility purge. Just randomly. Victus! Visibility purge.
Eventually, he catches Griff with the invisibility cloak
What?
on.
What? I was taking a dump. God, can't that guy get some privacy?
He's just squatting over. What?
right.
And everyone gathers around. Havoc, I'm assuming, cooks a nice.
He's got. Oh yeah, I cook a squid.
Yep.
Yeah, now I gotta go.
No, I was just ending mine. Yeah.
I cooked the rabbit.
Jeez.
Grilled calamari.
While everybody shakes the magic 8 ball
Calamari and rabbits.
in the night
Bits.
What do I have?